that's the borderline, right? I mean, 6 games never guarantees you a playoff spot. But if you win 7 games and you're playing in this region, you're probably going to make the playoffs. And that's just what it is right now. This team's got to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's got to be the big goal that they have in mind. I think they're good enough to do that. I think they've got the team that should secure them a top spot. They might even, if they can put it all together, they might even get themselves a home playoff game when it comes to the postseason. In fact, I think that has to be one of their serious goals as a team. Get a home playoff game. Mm-hmm. Do some damage, see if they can get into the next round, and then roll the dice, see where that takes them from there. A number of kids on that roster are kids that you need to be paying attention to and looking out for, and I begin with Franco Harris. Franco Harris, the guy that anchors the middle of the defense. He's also a solid running back, and it's not that Franco Harris. No, not the one that you remember with the immaculate catch way back in the day. Played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Different Franco Harris, in fact, spells his name with a K. Yeah, and not a C.
Yeah, and I made that mistake last year in a social media post, and I heard about it.
And did you? Look for some other names on that roster that will be guys that are going to have to step up and give them a solid year. Jace Barton, who plays linebacker and running back, and Jace is he's only a sophomore, rather a junior. But he's getting now stepping to the front. He'll be a full-time two-way player for that team and a guy you need to look out for. Elam Antonelli is very good in his positions out in the skilled spots and playing a defensive back spot as well. How about another freshman, Trenton Trickey? And he comes from pretty good stock.
Yeah,
he's got some pretty good bloodlines. And not hard to realize why, as a freshman, he's getting a chance to start, particularly on defense. And he is going to be a guy who's going to be making headlines for the Yellow Jackets for years to come. Trenton Trickey. He's got his father, Travis Trickey, who was a great football player at Round Valley back in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. And Travis also played at UNLV, played football at UNLV. So he's great. And Trenton's got that bloodline. He's also got the other bloodline, which is the Webster bloodline. Yeah. His mother Tandy comes from that great Webster group.
I played with one of those Websters, Ty, a grade older than me, and one of the best safeties to ever play at.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And the dude, this was before, I don't know, certain rules. I think about I don't know, they call it jewelry, but we had the belts, the purple belts to sash the pants together, and for every big hit, certain players on the team would use a little strip of tape, and Ty's was pretty full by the end of the season.
Oh, no kidding! I didn't realize you guys did that.
Yeah. And Webster as a safety, just one of those guys as a receiver, you just absolutely do not want to run a slant route across the middle on Webster.
100%. A couple other names to keep in mind. Seth Slaughter is a name that you're going to want to pay attention to. Hunter Krause as well. Hunter formerly was the. He was the quarterback, but he broke his hand during the summertime. That gave Luke Berlin a chance to take over that spot, which he did. But Hunter is going to be a great contributor, especially on defense with this team as they move into their year. And watch out, folks. Watch out, because the Yellow Jackets, in spite of the loss, are going to be gunning for people in the 3A East, Northeast, and looking to position themselves for a run into the postseason. That's the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. And I'd give you something on the other side where St. John's, led by their new head coach, first-year head coach, John Richardson. And we're gonna get a chance to meet him for a first time tonight as coach. I've met him before, but now as the head coach, he's I think a longtime St. John's guy. And we're going to find out more about Coach Richardson tonight with the St. John's Redskins. And I'm going to tell you about 2 specific names on the roster. Okay, you ready for 2 very specific names? Are you ready? JT Richardson. Got to pay attention. Okay, he plays running back and linebacker. He's a senior. Be paying attention to that name tonight. And Asher Rabin. And anybody named Rabin coming out of St. John's is going to be a stud. You know that. Asher Rabin. Senior wide receiver, and I mentioned those 2 guys very specifically, Derek. You know why?
Yeah, they're the only guys on the roster.
They're the only 2 guys on the published online roster for the St. John's Redskins. We're going to learn a lot more about them tonight. Okay?
I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those are like the 2 guys that don't play.
I know.
It's just, I'm doubting that, but I'm just curious about it.
I think they're both going to be guys that are very significant members of that team.
Yeah, maybe they're the only 2 guys that are any good. No, I'm just joking.
We're going to find out about St. John's tonight. We're going to be covering them at home against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets here on the Sports on Radio Game of the Week.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention one more thing about Blue Ridge before we got off Blue Ridge. And I don't, for St. John's fans, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to cut you off there, but you got 2 guys on your roster. There's one more guy I wanted to mention as far as Blue Ridge goes. A guy I'm looking forward to seeing as I guess I've seen him play live one time in a varsity uniform, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him. He wears number 1 for Blue Ridge.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing him as well. His name is David Simmons.
His name is David Simmons.
He's your brother.
You didn't mention him, and you know what? I'm looking across the landscape here in the 3A East. Well, Sholo has some terrific athletes out there.
Sure they do, yeah.
Playing receiver, and Ryan Kishbaugh is perhaps the best player in the 3A. David Simmons as a receiver is and that's really what I'd classify David as. He's a receiver. I look at Ryan Kishbaugh. He's everything. He's a receiver. He can be a running back. He's a return man.
He's a multi-dimensional offensive weapon.
And you're going to see David Simmons on offense really only running one position, at least right now. And I'm thinking he's going to be, as a junior, I think he's going to be a top 2 or 3 receiver in the region.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, and emerging into his senior year as one of the best receivers in the 3A.
Well, I'm glad you brought him up. Because he deserves his mention, but the more we say about him on the show, the Friday Night Football show, the more flack I'm going to get from people out there who are going to be upset at me talking about my son. But he's a pretty good player.
He just needs to show up and play a couple of pretty good games so that we don't look. So we don't look
listen.
bad.
He had like 6 or 8 catches last week. He had a couple of catches brought back. As a matter of fact, what I had on paper would have looked a lot better if those catches had not been brought back on penalties committed by the team. But he had a great game. He arguably had the best game of anybody on the Blue Ridge team last week in a losing cause. Yes, they did lose to Payson, but yeah, David's pretty good. And I'm glad you brought him up because I was trying to figure out how I could avoid bringing him up this early on and see. I think he's going to do some pretty fun stuff. But
Agreed.
Guess what? I got 2 other sons that played for Blue Ridge, including you, your brother Dustin, and guess you guys.
Western New Mexico. By being a volume leader, Hatch Toyota receives extra new vehicle allocations every month. We sell more, so we get more. Come in and test drive a new Toyota today. Buy from our in-stock inventory or reserve your inbound Hatch Toyota for only a $100 refundable deposit. Over 200 models on hand or on the way. And every new Hatch Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan and 24-hour roadside assistance. There's $10 million of inventory in stock and on the way. way. And we all know they'll be sold as fast as they roll off the truck. So come in today. We're paying the highest trade values in our history for your old ride. Don't delay. Get the best choice on your new Toyota.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Stand by. More of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show is on the way.
If you or your loved ones are sick or hurt, there's no longer a need to call and make an appointment to see a provider. Simply come in to one of Summit Healthcare's 3 urgent care locations. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Pine Top, Summit Healthcare Family Medicine in Snowflake Taylor, and Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Show Low. Summit Urgent Care of Show Low is no longer on the Deuce of Clubs, but is now located at the Summit Healthcare Outpatient Pavilion. Summit Healthcare. Care. It's what they do.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome into another broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. We are at St. John's tonight for a big matchup in week number 2 of this high school season. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets have come to town. And on the field, it's time for the national anthem. The St. John's Redskin Marching Band with the national anthem tonight here at Redskin Stadium. This is our first trip here and our first broadcast from St. John's in many, many moons, football fans, and we welcome you in. Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call. My broadcast partner, B-Squared Byron Brown, ran into a snag and unable to make it to the broadcast, unable to be here tonight. So if you're in the neighborhood and you've got some experience and you know what you're doing and you think you've got what it takes tonight, but I do welcome you in, everybody. I am joined by our production team that includes our producer, Derek Simmons, also Sean Ulvestad working with us here tonight on the broadcast, and our standing at about his own 7-yard line for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. That's David Simmons. I know that kid. And the Yellow Jackets are going to go on offense first tonight. And the kid that's going to be doing the honors, kicking this one away, Kevin Hernandez, Jr., who, when he's not kicking, is a lineman for the St. John's team.
is going to deliver a line drive. That one is going to find its way into the end zone. Great kick. Kept it low, kept it hot, and that's a touchback. No return. The Yellow Jackets will have the ball as we get this one underway. The ball comes out to the 20-yard line, and I welcome you into this broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. And it's game 2 of this 2022 football season. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets coming in with an 0-1 record. They lost 17. This one, the St. John's Redskins, whose defense will come out in a 4-man front. St. John's hasn't played a game yet. And a little trap action through the middle. And Franco Harris will get his number called on the very first play from scrimmage for the Yellow Jackets. Harris with a nice little gain as he takes it between the guards. And Franco is going to end up with a gain of 8 yards on the play. He's in the backfield right now with the freshman quarterback. And I'll let you know more about that as we gain on the play of 12 yards. 12 yards the pickup on the pass to David Simmons, and he ends up helping to convert that to a first down. Well, the quarterback is Luke Berlin. As you take a look at our instant replay, and then up the middle again it goes. A marker comes out in the middle of the field. There'll be a penalty on this one. And a personal foul, face mask. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll be an automatic first down. Ball goes into Redskin territory. The Yellow Jackets operating with their first possession of the game. And we thank you for joining us tonight from St. John's. First quarter action, first possession of the game. Yellow Jackets now set up at the 43-yard line of St. John's. And Berlin works out of the shotgun. Give up the middle. And after a couple of nice plays, this one is going to be stopped. Great push after the initial contact, and everybody on that Redskins defense wanted a piece of that action. And they all got involved. The ball at the 42-yard line. We'll call that a 1-yard gain. Previous play for Jace. Well, the big play so far has been that 12-yard gain on the wide receiver screen. Also a 15-yard penalty helped the Yellow Jackets. Berlin will throw quickly to the right. Yellow Jackets. So now third down. That incomplete pass stopped the clock at pretty conservative. And he is going to lose yardage back to the 49-yard line of Blue Ridge. And after a couple of good-looking bright points for the Yellow Jackets offense early, they're going to lose 13 yards on – no, not 13. That's a loss of 8 yards. 8 yards. That's illegal. That was going to be a flag thrown. Okay, now, see? Somebody knew something I did not know. All right, they got set. And here's the Franco Harris punt. That is going to hit at the St. John's 22-yard line and immediately down by Carlo Harris. I believe Carlo is the younger brother of Franco. And the Harris brothers combining on special teams. And a pretty good punt, by the way. Down at the 21 with no return, and that will turn the ball over. And St. John's will operate with the ball for the first time today as we welcome you in. Of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Pardon me on the pause there. There's a very quick hit defensively up front by Jace Barton. He was playing downhill from his linebacker position all the way, and J.T. Richardson ends up getting stood up, the senior running back of the state's all-time winningest football coach, Mike Morgan. 1 yard gain on that play. Ball at the St. John's 22-yard line. They will bark out the 6. Lost. And third down and 10 for the Redskins. They are at their own 21-yard line. And they're going to run a quick toss out to the right side. And more great Yellow Jacket defense. And that is a freshman. Is that the freshman that came up and made the play? Nope. Take it back. The guy that made the play on defense was Seth Slaughter. He's a senior. Clarence Wilbank is the guy that carried the ball. Wilbank was knocked down for a 3-yard loss on the play. So the punt team is on for the Redskins, and the Yellow Jackets do a solid job on their first defensive opportunity. Low punt fielded by David Simmons at his own 45-yard line. Gets a great block upfield. Breaks a tackle. Simmons down the right sideline, and he's going to lose his footing and go down inside the 10. Hey, what a punt return for David's way. And at the 7:03 mark here in the quarter, the ball is going to go over to the Yellow Jackets, and they'll get great field position. And we are having a video issue, so we're going to work at getting that straightened out as soon as possible. Those of you who are listening to the radio broadcast, thank you for that. Shotgun set for the Yellow Jackets. Franco Harris gets the handoff, and he gets hit in the backfield. The first guy that got hands on him was Mark Cox, and then Jay Wall was also there to help trail the play and make that defensive stop. And a terrific stop it was for a loss of a yard on the play. Illegal procedure on the offense. So scratch that last play, it's not going to count. 5-yard mark off. And so the ball goes back to the 14-yard line. It'll be first down for the Yellow Jackets from right there. In the backfield is Franco Harris and Elam Antonelli. Harris will get it, and Harris is going nowhere. That entire offensive line collapsed for the Yellow Jackets. And this one is going to be marked further back even. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the popcorn. There you go. That's yours. We got us a little popcorn from the concession stand. I went ahead and made sure that happened before the game. That's a 2-yard loss on the play for Harris. Forward motion had him at the 16-yard line. That's where the Yellow Jackets will operate now. Second down and goal from there. Quick throw toward the pylon. David Simmons with the back shoulder catch and into the end zone. Double coverage, and he beat it. Great job by Simmons as he's able to haul it in at a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. One at the 5:50 mark. Let's go, guys! And I get to, for a first time here at Sports Zone Radio, I get to call David Simmons' name on a touchdown catch here in 2022. And I'm just a little bit happy to be able to do that. Six nothing. Here comes the point after try. And will eventually, the point after, Jake Esparza will hold. And Reed Granillo is going to attempt it. And there's a penalty on the Yellow Jackets. So it goes back, the equivalent of a 25-yard Field goal try on the way. Bumped out to the right there, no good. And here in the first quarter with 5:50 on the clock, the Yellow Jackets strike first. They lead 6-0. This is Sports Zone Radio's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Don't go anywhere.
Hatch Toyota Show Low.
Camry,
Tacoma,
Corolla,
Tundra.
To order in advance.
We have them at the dealership now, ready for you to test drive.
And Hatch Toyota has more coming in on the transporters from the factory.
More on hand
And more on the way.
than any other dealer in Northern Arizona.
It's good to be the White Mountains volume dealer.
We sell more,
So we get more.
so we can put more happy customers in a new Toyota every day.
Like me?
Like you.
But what if I don't see something I like? Well, it could happen.
No worries. We have so many on the way. You can reserve one before it gets here, so you get first dibs.
Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
If you signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Plan with another company, your ACP with Cellular One will be canceled automatically. The FCC allows only one ACP plan per household. This is a problem if the company you've signed with can't provide service in your area. No service means no internet, no hotspot. No one can match our coverage area. Cellular One's ACP comes with 60 gigabytes of LTE data. Don't get talked into getting less. Visit any limited to one line per household.
Whenever the time comes that your family has a medical need, Summit Healthcare is here with trusted care close to home, specializing in cardiology, ear, nose, and throat, orthopedics, pediatrics, primary care, pulmonary, urology, wound care, and more. Summit Healthcare continues to add doctors.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Show Low. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Hey, back into it live, everybody. Sorry about the delay. We're working on some technical issues, and I think we're getting it straightened out. Let's get that scoreboard updated. 6-0 Blue Ridge in front. Blue Ridge in front. And a handoff left side. Redskins operating for a moment on a 2nd and 7, or 2nd and 3. They must have had a nice little 7-yard gain on the previous first down play. And a yard gain there. 3rd down and about 2, a short 2. Straight ahead for the Redskins. Big 3rd down play here. The Yellow Jackets on the first. Yeah, that's we got the score. We got the score backwards there, guys. So sorry about that. The scoreboard was set up incorrectly. The guy that made the graphic. Oh, that would have been me. I think I'm the guy that made the graphic. Did it in reverse, so pardon me on that, guys. Here's the handoff, and a big hit right in the middle on that 3rd and short play, and that one denied. I didn't see who made the hit. Preston Lindsay is the guy running the football, and he got nothing out of it. No gain on the play. 4th down and 2 yards to go. In fact, he lost about a football length on that try. The Yellow Jackets will... Well, listen, here, St. John's is going to bring the punt team on, and you know they're going to go hard count, right? I mean, you got to go and just punt it straight out. Didn't try to draw them off. And here's the ball that hits. In terms of fielding the punt, you got to come up and fair catch that thing. I will say this, he's never fielded a punt returner, but remember the great initial return by him. And here's him catching that touchdown. I think we might be looking at it again right here. There it is, Luke Berlin, the freshman quarterback. A little bit. Let's see if he gets another opportunity here after a penalty mark-off, or was it just marked back at about The 19-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Let's check it. The carry is out to the so if the ball is out to the 28, little out route on the far side of the field. And 5 coming up. And the solo receiver on the left side is David Simmons. Handoff up the middle is Franco Harris. He's breaking. Well, broke a couple of tackles and then finally got it 5. Well, that is the nose of the football in this one. Let's see if it stands as a 5-yard gain or if it ends up being just shy for the Yellow Jackets. And that will get it by about a half a football. So a 5-yard gain on the play. And the Yellow Jackets move the chains. They go slot left formation this time. Berlin throws the yard line. That is a 23-yard gain on the pass. A close look here, but it's just a great job. 2 slots right side. Berlin rolls out and throws on the run. And a nice diving effort. Good effort on the play by Elam Antonelli, but he got in the mail today. Hey, how many people out there have had a half? It just hadn't been available. Here's a tough run up the middle. Great effort down. It's not going to be enough. 8 yards to pick up on the play, but here comes 3rd down and to get him dressed again and back into action. Now Harris is going. He got a nice block. Harris gets a big gain. The ball came out at the end of it. St. John's is on top the other way. It was a nice run by Harris. We'll take a close-up look. Great look from our replay on the field. And there it is. It just gets knocked out. And on the play, that was a 24-yard gain. John's football, they're going to have it at their own 13-yard line. And a loss of 12 on what is going to be the final play of the quarter. Wow. Well, that doesn't. We're listening to and watching the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast from St. John's High School tonight. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Hatch Toyota receives extra new vehicle allocations every month. We sell more, so we get more. Come in and test drive a new Toyota today. Buy from our in-stock inventory or reserve your inbound Hatch Toyota for only a $100 refundable deposit. Over 200 models on hand or on the way. And every new Hatch Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan and 24-hour roadside assistance. There's 10 in our history for your old ride. Don't delay. Get the best choice on your new Toyota.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
For a game plan on saving more of your money, Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
Hey, we're back to the action. And the St. John's Redskins are going to have the football now thrown 1 yard line after that fumble on that read option attempt. The ball gets away, and the Redskins will complete the pass out in the near flat and get out across the 10-yard line. So they're going to get back all of what they lost and maybe even a yard. They'll take that, I'm sure. We'll check and see for you here. And there's your pass complete. JT Richardson. That was a 6-yard gain, that play. So now it's well, you would expect that St. John's would not do any trickery here at this spot, right? Deep in their own territory, close game, down 6-0. Early on, second quarter. And now another delay. Penalty is called out there on the field, this one on St. John's. So a little -5 there. Here's the punt, high in the air. Fair catch called, and it's taken at the 40-yard line of St. John's. Of White Mountains football from St. John's High School. Been a long time since we've been here with a broadcast. Want to thank the IT professional, Mark. I didn't get Mark's last name, but Mark's been working hard all day to try to make things go, try to make things work, try to make things happen for a broadcast here. Multiple live video stream broadcasts tonight from this location as we watch Jake Esparza fight for a ball and a catch, and the official says yes. Esparza hauls it in at the 12-yard line. That'll be a 28-yard pickup on that jump ball that was thrown out there by Luke Berlin. And we'll watch this closely. By the Redskins, they just couldn't quite connect. Handoff on the trap up the middle. Antonelli has it, and he goes inside the 5-yard line. He's going to be short of a first down, but it was a pretty nifty-looking run. It was Seth Slaughter, actually, not Antonelli. Pardon me, correct that. Seth Slaughter on the carry. 9 yards to gain for Seth. And the Yellow Jackets now have the ball inside the 5. Timeout taken by the Redskins defensively. They want to dial something up right here. And we'll grab us a timeout on the radio. The Yellow's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Back in a moment.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution? Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Hey, we have a scoring update as you take a look at Jake Esparza, who earned the nickname Teen Wolf with that hair back last year during the basketball season. Teen Wolf. Perfect, right? We can call him that if you want. We'll still call him that. So our score here is 6-0, 9:54 on the clock, second quarter. Our broadcast coverage presented in part by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They'll bring you the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game at the end of this one. Thank you to Ace Hardware. Sholo, Pine Top, Heber, Overguard locations. Ace Hardware, one of our sponsoring partners on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. We've got this scoring update at the end of the first quarter. Payson 12, Sholo 7. Payson 12, Sholo 7. That game at Longhorn Stadium tonight. Tough place for anybody to go in and just hope to walk through with the win. Here's a carry by Seth Slaughter, fighting his way, and Sergeant Slaughter gets into the end zone for a Blue Ridge touchdown. Seth with a great effort to take it across. That's a 4-yard touchdown run for Slaughter. Make it a 3-yard touchdown run for Seth. You see the little stutter step there. He did get a good push up front by his offensive line. They did a good job for him. And at the 9:49 mark here in the first quarter, in the first half, second quarter action, the Yellow Jackets are in front. Here's the point after try. This one is up and good this time for Granillo. And our score here in this first half. Our score, Blue Ridge 13, St. John's nothing with 9:49 left in this first half. And our coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Sholo. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
The Yellow Jackets will serve one up. St. John's will get it back. And here at Redskins Stadium tonight on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, it's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Blue Ridge leads 13-0. And a kick that is going to skip into the end zone. Pretty good kick. And that'll force a no return on the touchback. St. John's will take over at their own 20-yard line. Welcome back in, everybody. Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call. Thank you to our broadcast team who are doing their very best to work through a couple of technical issues that we have and are having tonight here on the broadcast. So, guys, well done. And I am getting all kinds of weird stuff on my phone trying to check in and monitor and watch the broadcast. Weird stuff. But the guy's doing a great job. I want to give a shout out to our technical director. That is Fernando Quintana. Fernando, hang in there, buddy. I know you're doing your best, working with some working against some issues. Here's a catch made near side. Face mask is going to get called. And be careful, almost threw the guy down 3 steps out of bounds as well. The receiver on the end of it who had his face mask grabbed after the catch, Ashton Simpkins with the catch. And he actually lost yardage. But there is a face masking penalty that's going to be tacked onto it. So really it was a 2-yard loss on the catch. And then, they marked out 5 yards. So I guess I thought they had changed the rule on the face masking penalty. I thought that unless they called something else, I thought that it was only a personal foul anymore, 15 yards every time. It used to be that you'd have the 5-yard variety and the 15. I don't know, maybe they called a different penalty, but that is a 5-yard mark-off against Blue Ridge. And option left side, pretty well played by the Yellow Jacket defense. The ball carrier, Clarence Wiltbank. Well, I see it pretty well, but to be honest with you, it did result in a 4-yard gain for Wiltbank. David Simmons, you see coming up, wrapping up with the initial hit. He gets credit for the tackle. Second down and a couple now. Straight ahead. The ball at the 28-yard line for St. John's. They're on 28. This is a big play here for the Redskins. They fake the option, turn it up, and Wiltbank is going to cut back in a big gain for Clarence Wiltbank. Takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's just the kind of play the Redskins have been waiting for and been needing. That ends up being a 13-yard pickup, 13-yard gain. However, a holding penalty will be assessed. Flag is out, ball's coming back, and the marker was thrown right in the middle. Right in the middle of the defense. Well, that's too bad because the Redskins with a great spark on that play are not going to get the benefit of it. And now they're looking at second down and 16. The ball is inside the 15-yard line for St. John's from the shotgun. Wiltbank, option, cuts it up, and he runs right into the arms of Sergeant Slaughter, Seth Slaughter on the tackle for Blue Ridge. Nine-yard gain on that last play for Wiltbank, the quarterback. Well, Clance is a junior, 5'11", 160. And you can see what St. John's has defined early on here. This is their first game of the season, defined as their offense. They want to run the option. And Wilbank has shown some pretty bright potential with it. He gives it to the first guy this time. And tackle made right at about the 26-yard line. Looks like the ball carrier was Michael Bushman. Bushman, a junior, his first carry of the game. Bushman gained 3 yards. 3 yards to pick up, 4th down and 4. For the Redskins. Punt team is on. What is this, the 4th punt of the game for St. John's? David Simmons back at his own 43-yard line. Simmons with a nice punt return earlier, and this one, a fake punt, is going to result in a huge gain. Jake Esparza with the tackle. And a big pickup on the play. Jordan Winters, the punter, saw an opening around the right side. The Yellow Jackets weren't prepared, and they paid the price for it. Big first down. Gain of 21 yards on that play. Well, just a wonderful read by Jordan Winters. That's why they do the rugby-style punt, isn't it? That's the whole reason for it right there, is if you see the defense is lax in any way, if they don't play you honest on that, you can torch them just like Winters did. And a big gain. Ball at the 47-yard line. And Clarence Wilbank is going to get stood up as he steps into Yellow Jacket territory. Well, several of those Yellow Jacket defenders were there. The guy that was in the middle of it, Trenton Trickey, helps make that stop, but it's a gain of 4 on the play. And the ball is at the Yellow Jacket 48-yard line. First time today that we've seen St. John's in Blue Ridge territory. 2nd down and 6. Straight ahead, there's another angle for you on that. Well, I'm actually calling out a replay on the YouTube feed. What do we got here? Tickets for me. I'm not taking tickets. I think you take them upstairs. Somebody trying to give me some tickets. Delay a game instead of 2nd and 6. That's going to be pushed back 5 yards. Ball back into St. John's territory. And it will be 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11. The situation. Run the option. Nobody out. They took the dive man. Trenton Trickey eventually made the tackle on the quarterback. And Wilbank, see what Wilbank ends up getting out of it. How about 7 yards, the gain on the play for Wilbank. And the Redskins trying to get points on the board here before the half ends. Under 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 13-0 Blue Ridge in front in this one. And Wilbank will run the option again. He gets taken out, but the pitch is going to produce a first down. Great looking effort, 12 yards, the gain on the play. And I believe the ball carrier, the guy with the ball was, the guy that took it ahead for the big gain was J.T. Richardson. And it was actually an 11-yard gain. They're going to mark it back 1 yard. Doesn't matter, big gain. And a timeout, St. John's. They'll spend their second timeout as they march to the Blue Ridge 35-yard line here in this first half, everybody. Get you a scoring update in a moment here from Redskins State, from elsewhere. In just a minute, stand by, everybody, as we continue with our broadcast coverage of White Mountains football presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Well, welcome back in, everybody. We are live today from St. John's. Big thank you to the athletic director here, Dave Bradshaw, and to Mr. Patterson, the superintendent. We met him earlier today. And they did extend the right hand of friendship and some nice hospitality here at St. John's today. To Mark, thank you, Mark, the IT director here at the school, who worked very diligently at making sure that there was a network to broadcast on. Pitch out right side. Richardson has it. The cut back. Nice run by JT, and he is going to cross the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line. He'll end up with a first down. That's a gain of 11 yards for Richardson. Back-to-back 11-yard gains. And whatever the Yellow Jackets were doing early, the first 2 or 3 St. John's possessions to really shut down that Redskin offense, well, St. John's has come up with some solutions there on offense, and they have moved the ball now to the 24-yard line. This has been a terrific drive put together that began at the Redskins' own 20-yard line, and here comes the 10th play of the drive. And this time, Wiltbank goes up under center. He'll toss it. Good penetration, and David Simmons is going to stop him in the backfield. Simmons coming downhill the entire way from his corner spot. He saw something, read something, and he was all over it. And a great defensive play by David. -6 on the play. That's just what we call him at home, is David. Maybe I call him Davis, because that's what I call him as well. So Davis, or D3 or whatever. 6-yard loss on the play. Great read on defense. Hey, I want to see that play again here after this one, okay, depending on what the outcome of this play is. So if you don't mind, Fernando, I'd like to look at that play again, see what went into his decision-making process, how he found himself 6 yards deep in the backfield. 2nd down, 16. Wiltbank will run the option. And this is the play that's really been doing it. He cuts it back, and he's able to slide just by one tackler across the 20-yard line. So he gets all of that chunk yardage back. Great job. And a gain on the play of, boy, they like this number, 11 yards, the pickup on that play. And the Yellow Jackets are forced to spend a timeout with 2:49 remaining in this first half, everybody. Well, good job by the Redskins. And you'll look again at that play as we grab us a timeout and a word in from Summit Healthcare, everybody. Stay tuned for more of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
If you or your loved ones are sick or hurt, there's no longer a need to call and make an appointment to see a provider. Simply come in to one of Summit Healthcare's 3 urgent care locations. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Pine Top, Summit Healthcare Family Medicine in Snowflake Taylor, and Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Show Low. Summit Urgent Care of Show Low is no longer on the Deuce of Clubs, but is now located at the Summit Healthcare Outpatient Pavilion. Summit Healthcare. Care. It's what they do.
Thank you to Summit Healthcare and all of our great sponsoring partners here on the Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Again, thank you. Summit Redskins are marching. The Redskins have figured it out, and the Redskins are playing. That offense is starting to run their option to perfection, and they have driven from their own 20. How about this? How about a first half score? 7:03 on the clock, second quarter. Payson leading Sholo 19-7. 19-7. Payson just got a blocked field goal, but then advanced it for a first down and scored a TD on the next play. As we watch St. John's trying to pick up that first down, they're going to come up short on 3rd down and 5. The ball marked right at the 15-yard line. Gain of 4 yards on the play. Now the 13th play of the drive for the Redskins coming up. Well, if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, you've got to feel like your team was in the driver's seat before this possession. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, well, they converted a 4th down. Remember, there was a fake punt conversion on this drive. Look at this. St. John's is going to move into the wishbone on offense. But then a tie. Redskins, the first time we've seen them pull that little trickeration out of the hat. Let's get a word in from the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top here on our broadcast. 2:11 remaining first half. 13-0 Blue Ridge on top. Back after this.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60 gigabyte LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
Hey, what a play by St. John's to open up on 4th down and 1. Terrific job. A 14-yard touchdown run, and look at the guy that gets the credit. They shift into the I formation. That's the wrong run to cap off a brilliant scoring drive for the Redskins and pull to within a touchdown. They're going to try the lefty point after, but first they're going to go back 5 yards. May have been a delay. So 5-yard penalty mark-off. And what a drive. It's a great kick. It's up and it's good. And the Redskins are down 6.
Tundra, RAV4,
Highlander.
Hatch Toyota has more new Toyota models in stock right now, ready for you to drive home today.
At the dealership?
Not online? Or I have to order in advance?
We have them at the dealership now, ready for you to test drive.
And Hatch Toyota has more coming in on the transporters from the factory.
More on hand.
And more on the way.
Than any other dealer in northern Arizona.
It's good to be the White Mountains volume dealer.
We sell more.
So we get more.
So we can put more happy customers in a new Toyota every day.
Like me?
Like you.
But what if I don't see something I like? Well, it could happen.
No worries. We have so many on the way. You can reserve.
Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Offers on approved credit plus tax title license and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
Well, the Yellow Jackets are going to get the ball with 2:06 remaining in this first half. See if they can extend back to a 2-touchdown lead here. See if that offense led by the freshman quarterback has a little two-minute pizzazz in it. The kick is fielded short by Seth Slaughter up the middle, breaks to the outside. Slaughter toward the sideline. There he goes, and a tackle made in St. John's territory. So the Yellow Jackets will have just under 2 minutes remaining and a great short field in front of them after that brilliant return by Seth Slaughter. Plays, covered 80 yards, 7 minutes and 43 seconds, and then a guy wearing number 63 takes a handoff up the middle, Mark Cox, and he goes 14 yards for the touchdown for the Redskins. What a great play. What a great design and a great finish to the drive by the Redskins. And Blue Ridge will have to go and give up the middle. Franco Harris hit very quickly. It didn't ever seem like Franco really got any head of steam there on that play. The ball is at the 37-yard line. That was all, really, we're going to say a no gain on the play for Franco. So 2nd down and 10 or 9.5. Berlin throws over the middle. Seth Slaughter catches. Catch made. Ball at the 25-yard line. And that is going to go as a first down. Hey, well executed and a great throw by the freshman quarterback. You can see it there at the 25-yard line. There's a lot of time on the clock, 1:15, and here's a ball that gets by Berlin, and he had all kinds of time, but he falls on it. Somebody got to talk to the freshman. Somebody got to encourage him. Let's pick that thing up and make a play out of it. It ends up being a big loss on the play. And a low snap that produced the result. The ball all the way back now to the, boy, that's all the way back to the 34-yard line. Look at this. We'll grab a timeout as well. here on our broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
High video broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call.
Well, a couple of bad snaps for the Yellow Jackets early in this game, first half of this game. St. John's had a bad snap of their own. And that didn't hurt that didn't help down. Luke Berlin throwing under pressure, throwing toward the end zone. That one is going to be tipped. Tipped defensively by St. John's. That was a great job back there. That was Wiltbank who was back. The quarterback plays. Now third down. Well, Blue Ridge needs to get some, they need a chunk play right here. Ball, third down. 3rd and 20, set up the screen right side. Slaughter stays inbounds, gets knocked down. He's short of the original first down spot. And a player goes down for Blue Ridge. Injured player for the Yellow Jackets. That's a lineman number, I believe. Although it's difficult for me to, it looks like the jersey number is 68, but I don't see a 68. Best offensive lineman they have, and that is not welcome news for the Yellow Jackets. So with 48 seconds remaining in the first half, and the injured player on the field, we'll break. Return to St. John's in just a moment. 13-7, Blue Ridge in front of the Redskins. Stand by.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain, need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
We're back as they get the injured man off the field. That's Ethan Cavey. That's who that is for the Yellow Jackets. He doesn't appear on their roster for the game. And let's hope that Ethan is going to be okay. They're taking him to the training table to take a look at him. Look at this, 4th down and 13. The Yellow Jackets have to go for it. They don't have the distance to get a field goal out of this. And now they're going to, instead of 4th and 13, it's going to be 4th and 18. Illegal procedure on the offense. Well, you get a little bit of a break because the injured player gave you a chance to discuss and talk things over, and somebody moved. Or it is just, it can be the most frustrating thing ever, can't it? How does it happen in those moments? 4th and 18. Berlin throws with pressure to Simmons, and it's incomplete. Redskins had a couple of defenders back there, and I think David just got turned around a little bit early. I think he made his effort on the ball before he should have. We'll take a look at a close-up. Well, when it goes through the hands like that, right? You kind of got to have that one. So I'm going to tell you that I hope that when the discussion is had at his house later on tonight, that he says, yeah, I should have made the catch, because his dad is going to tell him you should have made the catch. The Yellow Jackets should have the ball in scoring range, and instead they're going to give it up on that. They're going to give it up on down. Zips one out here on the near side. It's incomplete, intended for Asher Rabin. Well, it was a pretty good throw, okay, by the freshman quarterback, under some pressure for the Yellow Jackets. It really was a good throw, but you see the result. Clance Wiltbank, he'll step out here to the near side, able to bounce off the first tackle from Harris, and then gets tackled in on the field of play. And the final timeout that belongs to St. John's is spent defensively. That's a good job stepping up Emmanuel Rosales. Rosales with the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. It ends up being a gain of 6 yards to just shy of the 40-yard line. For the Redskins, they spend their remaining timeout here in the half. 13-7. Hands from Payson. Sholo has scored a touchdown and converted the 2-point. 5:34 remaining in the second quarter. Well, when it was 5:34, this was a few minutes ago. The presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, which we'll announce at the end of this one. 7 ticks on the clock here. And the Yellow Jackets are going to drop into win. Catch is made. Richardson fighting, battling on the final play of the first half. Well, Richardson made it exciting. Made it exciting on a 27-yard pass reception. But the Yellow Jackets able to make a tackle on that final play and preserve a... We are having a great time on our broadcast. We hope that you are as well. Thanks for being here. We'll break it down a little bit for you at halftime. A look at the statistics are on the way for you, football fans. Whatever you do, do not go anywhere. 13-7, Blue Ridge in front of St. John's. This is the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way. Don't go anywhere.
Your best friend telling you about a great experience will carry more weight than any amount of advertising. So Hatch Toyota in Sholo appreciates when our customers take a moment to post a review to social media and let us know how we did for them.
Our product specialist made the hard parts of buying a car easy. He made sure he understood the things I wanted and that we walked out happy. He was kind and patient with my children, too.
Well, we purchased 2 vehicles. The experience was better than any I've ever had. Price negotiations were fair, service, communication, and follow-up
anywhere. And we want your experience to be worthy of telling your friends and family. Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto
Home, specializing in cardiology, ear, nose, and throat, orthopedics, pediatrics, primary care, pulmonary, urology, wound care, and more. Summit Healthcare continues to add doctors and specialties so that finding the right specialists is more convenient than ever. Summit Healthcare, here for the care you need.
If you signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Plan with another company, your ACP with Cellular One will be canceled automatically. The FCC allows only one ACP plan per household. This is a problem if the company you've signed with can't provide service in your area. No service means no internet, no hotspot. No one can match our coverage area. Cellular One's ACP comes with 60 gigabytes of LTE data. Don't get talked into getting less. Visit any Cellular One store today or at mycellular1.com. Local, here to help. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply, limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to 1 line per household.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio was proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. 2 $2,000 insured windshield. You can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Show Low. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Yes, indeed, Sports Zone Nation. Welcome back in. It's halftime here at St. John's High School, and we're thankful that you're joining us tonight. Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, presenters of the halftime report. I'm going to break it down for you here from that first half. The Yellow Jackets in front, 13-7, and the numbers look something like this. Time of possession: Blue Ridge had the ball for 9 minutes and 56 seconds, meaning that St. John's, particularly on that very long, almost 8-minute scoring drive they had, they came up with a ton of time of possession in that first half. They just didn't get the lead going into halftime. Blue Ridge has 137 yards of total offense in that first half. 31 yards rushing, 106 yards throwing the football. This Yellow Jacket team, they've run 23 offensive plays, averaging 6 yards per offensive play. Penalized 4 times for 20 yards. They fumbled 1 time. They lost that fumble, so that was a turnover. Their only turnover of the game so far. The quarterback, Luke Berlin, he's a freshman. 7 out of 11 in the first half for 106 yards and a touchdown. To his credit, leading receiver is David Simmons, 3 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Jake Esparza with two grabs for 33 yards in the game. Seth Slaughter grabbed 2 passes as well for 22 yards in that half. Running the football, Franco Harris on the ground, 7 carries, 46 yards, leads the way for the Yellow Jackets. Seth Slaughter, 2 carries for 12 yards, including a touchdown. Chase Barton with 1 carry for 1 yard in that half. And Luke Berlin, the quarterback, because he's had to jump on 2 bad snaps, has 2 rushes for 28 yards. Unfortunately, that gets assessed. That is the unfortunate thing for that young man. Sorry about it, Luke, but you've got a whole bunch of negative rushing yardage on those things. Hey, that second one especially. Pick it up and run. Pick it up and do something. Make a play out of it. He had a nice cushion against the defense. St. John's does lead in this category, time of possession, and only 1 yard behind in total offense. So the Yellow Jackets have 137 yards. St. John's has 136 on first downs picked up in the game. 92 yards rushing, 44 yards throwing the football in this. They've run 25 offensive plays, averaging 5.4 yards per offensive play. Redskins have also been penalized 4 times for 35 yards. They fumbled the ball 1 time, but did recover that ball. They got it back. Throwing the football, the quarterback, Chance Wiltbank, is 4 out of 5 for 44 yards. Those 4 catches, 2 of those made by J.T. Richardson for 33 yards. Asher Rabin has 1 catch for 13 yards. Ashton Simpkins with 1 catch, minus 2 yards for him. And on the ground, the leading ball carrier is the quarterback, Clarence Wiltbank. Wiltbank, 9 rushes for 43 yards in that first half. Teammate J.T. Richardson, 4 carries for 30 yards, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. Jordan Winters, the punter, converted on a 4th down. Broke the punt formation, carried the ball around the right side. His 1 carry, good for 21 yards, but more than that, it helped really spark that 80-yard touchdown drive. It happened fairly deep in their own territory. His big rush just sparked an offense that was able to go on a 13-play scoring drive after that. Used almost 8 minutes of clock time on it. By the way, the touchdown was also scored on a 4th down play, a 4th down conversion. And it was Mark Cox who carried it on his only carry of the game. Cox, a 14-yard run for the touchdown. for the St. John's Redskins. So that's what kind of first half it's been. We do have a scoring update for you from Payson. Sholo trails. Payson takes a halftime lead into the locker room there, 19-15. Payson in front. Payson had a 19-7 lead. How about that, huh? Not exactly expected, was it? But a great job early on by Brian Burke's guys to get that halftime lead. Hard to imagine that can stand, though, for very long, as explosive as Sholo is, as fast as they are, and as just electric as that entire roster seems is. They had like 20, 21 seniors on the roster, and so much speed, but the Payson Longhorns getting it done at home so far. They've got the lead at halftime, 19-15. Here in this one, 13-7, Blue Ridge in front of St. John's. And we will grab a timeout. Sports Zone Nation. We'll be back in a moment with the second half. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. We're right back in just a moment.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Sholo. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Your hardworking friends at Ace Hardware are always on standby when you need them, and the Ace Hardware stores in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard are fully stocked to get you through the depths of winter. Snow removal, ice melt, heaters, ladders, outdoor power equipment, and power tools from names you trust like DeWalt and Milwaukee. The helpful hardware people can be counted on for world-class customer service. So you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal at your White Mountain Ace Hardware locations. Find them in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Macon Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60GB LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple lens rear camera or shoot video in HD, Bluetooth, GPS, and side fingerprint sensor for fast access and 32GB of internal storage. Get out and explore the world. At Macon Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at maconmobile.com.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Hey, Tom, where have you and Sammy been?
Sorry, Alex. This car I'm driving is a piece of junk. I couldn't get it started again.
Hey, I was there once too. I went to Hatch Toyota in Sholo.
I can't finance. My credit score is looking like my bowling score.
Well, after my divorce, mine looked like my bowling score too. They put me in that sweet Camry over there.
If you think your credit will keep you out of a newer ride, put us on the job. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo has finance partners that work with credit problems. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. You don't want to be driving that old gas guzzler. We can offer you guaranteed credit. As long as you have a current driver license, insurance, and a down payment, we can get you approved. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $4.99 doc fee. See dealer for details.
Hi, everybody. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we are proud to offer award-winning sports coverage. We spend countless hours and miles on the road for our digital radio broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call is 928-358-7905. That's 928-358-7905.
Hey, I like that guy. Hey, welcome back in, everybody. Halftime at St. John's High School, 13-7. Our score, Blue Ridge in front of St. John's on our Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. It is presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, my name is Floyd Simmons. We will get the second half underway here in just a few moments. Do want to let you know about what we're doing broadcast coverage-wise next week. Well, we've got a Thursday broadcast for you. How does that sound? On Thursday, Snowflake opens up their football season. Yeah, some teams will already have 2 games under their belt, like this Blue Ridge team, by the time Snowflake plays their first game. The Lobos are going to open up on the road at Northwest Christian. And we wish the Snowflake Lobos all the best as they now play up, and they'll play in the... They are going to play in the 4A conference for at least a couple of years. Snowflake with too much success. That's what happens. You have too much success and you get penalized. You get moved around a little bit. You get moved up. I suppose if you play bad enough, you get moved down. Problem if you play bad enough and you get moved down is you might have one of those, once in a generation classes come through very soon after that. You might dominate in a fashion heretofore never experienced at the conference that you have just dropped down to. So, there's a lot to consider when you think about the conference changes that the AIA makes and has made. Snowflake will play up. We're going to play Northwest Christian this coming next Thursday night. We'll have the broadcast for you from Phoenix. And then Friday, a week from tonight, we get to see St. John's again, back-to-back St. John's Redskins coverage. We will be at the Round Valley Dome and the renewal of that great rivalry, the oldest, I think it's the oldest high school football rivalry in the state, right? It's either that one or Globe Miami. One of those two is the oldest. Round Valley will host next Friday night. Round Valley not playing tonight. They have the night off. Round Valley trying to recover from a 42-14 loss last Friday night to the Thatcher Eagles. Thatcher proven that they need to be in the conversation about who is the best or among the best teams in the state. Thatcher's got a huge game going on tonight that I'll tell you more about later on. And in our post-game wrap-up of this game, we are going to have a somewhat abbreviated Ace Hardware scoreboard show tonight here from St. John's. During our wrap-up, we are going to give you scores on a couple of great games tonight. Games you want to know about. Guarantee you, there's some big games happening across the state tonight. At any rate, our next week of broadcast, as I said, next Thursday night. Round Valley hosting St. John's. No, that's Friday night. The Thursday game is Snowflake at Northwest Christian. And then jump ahead the following week, and we'll be back at Cholo High School. The Cougars will be taking on the Snowflake Lobos. So we get back-to-back St. John's weeks. We get back-to-back Snowflake weeks as well. On our broadcast coverage of White Mountains football, award-winning broadcast coverage brought to you as only Sports Zone Radio and the Simmons Media Group can get it done. Thanks to our staff tonight, led by our producer, Derek Simmons, Fernando Quintana. On hand tonight, working the game, Sean Ulvestad as well. And The very lovely Sonia Simmons is our statistician tonight. You ready for the second half, everybody? 13-7, Blue Ridge in front. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week brought to you by Hatch Toyota. It's part of the Friday night football show. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. Here's one that's right into the hands of one of those linemen up front. He fielded it at the 30. A nice little return for the big boy, the big fella. And how about the nice hands on Kevin Hernandez? Hernandez, unfazed, running like he's always been doing it. And he's able to bring it out after that nice return to near midfield. He gets marked down at the 48-yard line, and the second half is underway. Well done by the big fella. So from their 48-yard line, the Redskins bring it back out. Clarence Wiltbank, the quarterback, had a solid first half, ran the ball well, and the Redskins have started to put that option to good use. And JT Richardson on the receiving end of the pitch from the quarterback, Wiltbank. He turns it up, and another nice gain for the Redskins. Well, the Yellow Jackets clearly do not have an answer right now for the option. And the ball goes out to the Yellow Jacket 46-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Wiltbank, handoff fullback Richardson, and he is right near the line to gain. Needed 4 yards, got 4 yards. The only question is, will the eyeball check? Nope. Make it 3 yards, just short of the first down. So 3 yards to the gain there. Third down play. Will the Redskins dip into the bag of tricks right here? How do you like play action and throw the ball downfield? How do you like that as an option? Wiltbank under center. Pro set formation behind him in the backfield. Trying to draw the defense. Nope. And he'll take it on a quarterback sneak. And, well, good job. Good surge defensively by the Yellow Jackets. But that's going to be a first down, I think, anyway. Needed a yard. Yeah, that's it. They got it. I don't think you have to measure. Yep. Confirmed. A 1 yard gain for Wiltbank on the play. Well, it's great defensive play, but I don't have anybody to go along with that jersey number 58 on the roster for the Yellow Jackets. I believe I saw number 58 as the guy with the contact in the middle. A 1 yard pickup, but that's all that was needed by the Redskins. Well, a little bit low. Might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage as well. So the Yellow Jackets, well, we'll see if they got a nice defensive play out of it or not. So we take another look at the replay right here. Yeah, that was tipped at the line. Second down now play coming up. Wiltbank escapes, takes it up, gets hit, knocked down, might have got a yard out of it. Yeah, he'll get 1 yard to the 41-yard line. Well, boy, I tell you, the way it broke down, I looked like Wiltbank was going to run free into the secondary on that play. But the Yellow Jackets were able to converge, get the stop, and just a 1 yard pickup on the play. Third down and 9. Ball to the 41-yard line. Wiltbank goes under center. Gives it to the tailback. But before that can happen, timeout is called to raise the alarm. Timeout taken, 9:02 on the clock, third quarter, 13-7 Blue Ridge in front. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, Beeman Well Drilling.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60GB LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple get out and explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
Well, you just saw the 5-yard pickup by Mark Cox, who motioned into the fullback spot in the wishbone for St. John's. They got 5. Now look at this. 4th down and about 4 to go for the Redskins. High snap brought down. Will Bank turns it up and gets knocked down just shy of the yard to get. He needed 4 yards, got 3 out of it. And that is where the Yellow Jackets come up with a big defensive stop right here. St. John's moving the ball again nicely, as they had on their previous possession to close out the first half. Not the one where the clock ended, of course, where they had limited time to take over the ball. But I'm talking about that scoring drive. And the Yellow Jackets were able to come up with a stop on 4th down. 2 4th down conversions in that scoring drive in the first half. This time, the Yellow Jackets make the stop at their own. 8:29 on the clock here in the third quarter. The Yellow Jackets have it. 34-yard line handoff. Crossing action in the backfield. Seth Slaughter gets hit hard. Slaughtered slightly by Mark Cox as he crossed the 35-yard line. Mark him at the 38-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play for Sergeant Slaughter. And the real question is, does Seth have any appreciation for who Sergeant Slaughter really was? That's what I'd like to know. 2nd down and 6. Snap to Luke Berlin. He's got a lot of time to throw. He delivers right side to Chase Esparza, and Chase is going to be stopped a yard shy. 5-yard pickup on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. He gets marked down just 1 yard shy. Call it the 43-yard line, or just past the 43 for the Redskins. 3rd down and a yard from the shotgun. Snap, handoff. Slaughter runs into a wall and somehow is able to sneak through for a 2-yard gain and a 1st down. The ball goes to the 45-yard line. Well, you saw Slaughter. He ran right into a wall. Didn't look like he was going to be able to get the ball advanced anywhere. Receivers out to the left. Trying to run that screen, and that is sniffed out nicely. It's a lot of contact coming from behind by the defender who came in, Michael Bushman. Pretty well defended by St. John's, but certainly looked like early contact. The ball was intended for ball did. So it's incomplete. We've seen that play called 3 times yet in the game. 2nd down play. Jace Barton joins. Freshman Luke Berlin, the quarterback. Barton, the carry up the middle. Well, Barton got hit. He doesn't have a lot of mass on him, pretty small body, and he got hit and stopped in a hurry. Before we can get the next play run off after about a 2-yard pickup for Barton on that last play. Before we can get to the next play, there is an injured player for St. John's down. He was 6 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. They might take a moment. We don't have an idea yet who that young man is. JT Richardson is the young man, and he is going to make his way off the field. He is walking a little gingerly, but I think you'll see him back, and now he's going to pick up the pace a little bit to get off the field. He'll be back. He'll be back soon. Third down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets. 3 receivers out to the left side, solo receiver to the right. That is Simmons to the right of the formation. Elam Antonelli is the wideout to the far left for the Yellow Jackets. Looking that way, they did. Catch made for 8 yards. First down for Blue Ridge. And they'll come right to the line. Slots both left and right. Left side, that slot is Slaughter. Right side, it's Esparza. They're throwing on the wheel to Simmons down the field. And David Simmons makes the catch. Catch good, and he is going to take this one, looks like inside the 20-yard line. That was a pretty good-looking effort. And we're going to look at the replay. I didn't have the best angle from where I was. We'll take a look at... I think we're going to take a look at the play. Here it is. Pretty tight coverage. Somehow Simmons able to get position, make the catch, well in bounds, and he's out at the... That was a nice push to get the ball to the 12-yard line. Gain on the play of about 6 yards, I guess, the gain.
Looks like we're on the 12-yard line. Looks like we got timeout, Blue Ridge.
Timeout taken on the field. Coach Hathcock has to talk to his offense. Guess what? Yeah, that's the second timeout they've called this half already. You hate to see it. 5:41 on the clock in the third quarter. And that's going to leave the Yellow Jackets with one precious timeout remaining for the final quarter and a half. We'll grab a quick 30-second break on the radio. 13-7, Blue Ridge in front of St. John's. This is the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to partner when choices matter.
Second down and 4. On about the 13-yard line.
So a second down play coming up, second and about 3 yards after that last pickup. 7 yards was the gain to the 12-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will put Esparza in motion, hand it off to Jace Barton. The cut back up the middle, he goes and into the end zone, the Yellow Jackets. And a 12-yard Jace Barton touchdown run. Executed by that front line. They trapped. The trap worked. And Barton slices into the end zone for the Yellow Jacket touchdown. 9-play drive to get to pay dirt. And the point after try is up. Bumped up there, and it just sneaks across. It's good here at the 5:36 mark of the third period. A timeout. And for the Yellow Jackets, a 20-7 lead on the road at St. John's. Stand by, everybody. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. We'll be right back after this.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Take another look on your screen at Jace Barton going up the middle. Didn't get a really, well, he was blocked. And you'll see the trap, the left side of the line, pulling. Good push from the right side of the line, and Jace Barton, all he had to do was get past the first couple of Redskins. There was nobody to corral him as he found his way to the end zone. 5:36 on the clock, third quarter. 20-7, Blue Ridge in front. We'll get an updated score for you from Payson here in just a moment. The Granillo kick will bounce, and then it's deflected, picked up at the 5-yard line by the Redskins. And a nice return developing. Broken tackle, cut back, still on his feet, and across the 50-yard line. Brilliant return, 53 yards on that return. Asher Rabin setting up the Redskins nicely. You see this, he didn't field it cleanly, had to go back to the 5-yard line, and you know, that helped the whole return develop for him. Look at him, Rabin. And it was really the presence of Reed Granillo, I think, staying back the kicker as the safety that prevented Rabin from getting that head of steam that would have probably got him to the end zone when he made that cutback and got by Esparza. Great return, and the ball at the 42-yard line now of the Yellow Jackets. Throwing deep. Simmons in coverage down there was all over Jordan Winters, and it's incomplete. Had to throw it past everybody and did. So the ball is incomplete. Second down on the way. Well, there's that effort to try and get something. Wide side is the right side. That's the direction I'd run the option. And that's the direction they're going to run it. And a good job that time by the defense. That was an influence tackle. Didn't actually make the tackle as the quarterback, Wiltbank, kind of tripped up, lost his footing. Jose Bastillos. Bastillos is the guy that really made it happen, though. You'll watch number 66 right here. That's Jose. And he forced the quarterback to cut back on what is a soggy field. It's soft out there. It's hard to get your footing. We haven't seen it come into play a lot tonight, but I traipsed around out there. I sauntered around out there on the field before the game, and I can promise you it's soaked. They had a downpour of rain right around 2 o'clock today. And it's been clear since that rain moved out, but the field is extremely wet. There are parts of the stadium that they haven't been able to pump the water out of. We get a delay of game, by the way, on St. John's. So after that, and the quarterback goes up under center. Wiltbank, well, you know they're going to throw, right? Aren't they going to throw right here? Watch that off. No, they're going to run the ball. Handoff left side. Rabin trying to take advantage of Rabin's speed, and they got back 9. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Don't count out the Redskins right here. They have converted multiple 4th down chances today. So 4th and 9. Ball at the Yellow Jacket 41-yard line, and we're going to get a shoestring situation for St. John's. Well, that's more than a shoestring situation. Unless Rabin was just trying to get that shoe put into place because he looked like he was limping, but I think he's okay. Hey, they're going for it. Swing it out to the right side. Caught by J.T. Richardson. Cut back. He's got some room, and he's going to go down about a yard shy. Wow, that was developing, and it looked like it was going to be a big play. It's actually a 7-yard pickup on a play that needed 9. He's 2 yards shy. It was right there, and that might have been some footing issue. If you look at him, you can see he's kind of tripping up, slipping up right there. And a big tackle that was made as well on that play by the Yellow Jackets defensively. Didn't see the young man and unable to give the credit, but boy, that looked like it was going to develop nicely for the Redskins, and they might do something big with it. Instead, on downs, the Yellow Jackets get a second stop of St. John's here in the third quarter. And both of these stops have come in Yellow Jacket territory. So a bend but don't break kind of defense here in the second half for the Yellow Jackets. And the freshman quarterback, Luke Berlin, brings out the Yellow Jacket offense from the shotgun. His team had thrown 34-yard line. Handoff. Seth Slaughter cuts back, first down yardage, breaks a tackle, and he's across midfield, driven out of bounds. And a big, big gain on that first down play. So the Yellow Jackets starting to figure things out themselves here, and the running game starting to get going for Blue Ridge. A 20-yard pickup for Slaughter on that play. Seth, 5 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown so far in the game. He'll get it again. They'll run the same play. Right side. Seth gets hit this time and unable to get much out of it. Line of scrimmage was the 46. He got it to the 44, 2 yards, the pickup on the play for Sergeant Slaughter. 2nd down and 8 coming up now, and Seth looks banged up, dinged up. Seth played last year. It seemed like every time he turned around, Seth was injured. He was hurt. Now he's got a little spring in his step. For a moment there, it looked like he might be banged up. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, clock counting down here in the third quarter. 20-7, Blue Ridge in front of St. John's. Luke Berlin. And Jace Barton is in the backfield with that quarterback, Berlin. Flanking his left side. And a delay of game. Well, practice seems like goes for hours every day. 13, ball at about the 49-yard line. The Redskins 49, 3 receivers left of the formation. Berlin looks over to the sideline, now gets the snap. And he's going to throw. And 3 receivers. The gain on the play, you'll see here on that replay again. There's all 3 receivers just right. They all ran the same route. So that meant the defenders were all in that same zip code as well. But give a lot of credit to the freshman, to the quarterback, for finding his guy in a bit of traffic there. 3rd down and 8. Berlin, he's rolling out to his right. He's throwing on the run, trying to throw the back shoulder, and it's almost intercepted. He was looking for Seth Slaughter, and that is going to be in and out of the hands. Jordan Winters was the defender on the play. Well, Winters is kind of kicking himself. He knows he should have had that ball, and he should have. Open the defender was. It just hit him in the face mask. And he kind of lost his footing. It's a very wet and soggy track out there. He lost his footing a little bit, unable to hold on. 4th down and 8. Punt formation for the Yellow Jackets. Franco Harris.
He's taking his time. Kick is off.
Well, look at this. I mean, he just took too much time, and the punt came out. He had all kinds of time to get it away, and then he didn't get much away. The ball gets marked out. Maybe a 13-yard punt. Well, a 2-touchdown lead as we now will look at the final 93 seconds of the third period. And I will give you another reminder that our next broadcast coverage comes up Thursday night. This coming Thursday night, Northwest Christian will host the Snowflake Lobos. The first chance to see Snowflake play this year. We'll have it for you at Sports Zone Radio. That's on Thursday night. And then next Friday, Round Valley versus St. John's at the yard line. There's that option. Some pretty good blocking up front. Tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Credit to Hunter Kraus. Hunter was the quarterback well, no, he wasn't. He wasn't a quarterback last year. Maybe played some quarterback. But he was the heir apparent to take over that position this season for the Yellow Jackets. But Hunter broke his hand in the summertime playing baseball. So as he goes into a sophomore year, the quarterback reins were handed over to the freshman Luke Berlin. And look at this. Good play. Ball came out, but I think it was down before fence for the Yellow Jackets. They were all over it. Let's check it for you. Yeah, that's Franco Harris initiating the attack. He gets an assist from David Simmons, who forced the ball out, but not before the tackles. Hey, let's look at that again. After the play. Richardson fighting, battling, and JT takes it to the Yellow Jacket 46-yard line. Boy, that was a terrific run. We're going to look at that last play again and then maybe see JT's run. As, let's see, the ball gets... Boy, that is very, very arbitrary. I feel strongly that the ball may have come out as we see the end of the third quarter here at St. John's High School, everybody. The site of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. Whatever you do, don't leave your seats. This one is getting testy out there, these two teams battling, fighting. And we'll see who comes away with this big early season matchup. Fourth quarter coming up next. Blue Ridge 20, St. John 7. Our coverage presented here at Sports Zone Radio by Hatch Toyota. Don't go anywhere.
Hatch Toyota in Show Low has more new Toyotas than any dealer in northern Arizona or western New Mexico. By being a volume leader, Hatch Toyota receives extra new vehicle allocations every month. We sell more, so we get more. Come in and over 200 models on hand or on the way. And every new Hatch Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan and 24-hour roadside assistance. There's $10 million of inventory in stock and on the way. And we all know they'll be sold as fast as they roll off the truck. So come in today. We're paying the highest trade values in our history for your old ride. Don't delay. Get the best choice on your new Toyota.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
How about this? How about the scoop and score? Scooped it out of the air, and Chase Esparza has taken it the distance on a fumble by the Redskins. And he went about 47, 48 yards with the ball as he plucked it out of the air. It was like a volleyball bump. He bumped it up. Esparza hauled it in, and he takes it for the Yellow Jacket defensive score. Just like that, Chase Esparza has made himself a candidate for the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game. We'll look at that again here in just a moment, everybody. And
extra point is good.
And the Yellow Jackets lead it 27-7 with 11:50 on the clock. We'll look at the distance. That's about 49 yards. After Jace Esparza did a great job. You got to give credit to some of those defenders. We'll look at a couple of names. Well, actually, it's a 50-yard return, isn't it? He plucked it out of the air right there. The kick, by the way, was good. And Blue Ridge leads 27-7. This fourth quarter just underway. Well, look, the Redskins are a great match. These teams are really evenly matched, I think. And if you're St. John's, you're a little bit disappointed that your team at home tonight finds themselves in a pickle here, down 3 touchdowns. When we could have almost easily a tie game. By the way, Jake Esparza, pardon me on that. Jake, it's Jake, not Jace. My apologies. Jake, great job. And the Yellow Jackets are going to kick it off and give the Redskins the football back. From the 15-yard line, I should say really, Bushman hit Harris. You'll see the end of this. Bushman cuts it up. Harris holds on for the ride, and the ball is going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First down for St. John's. Back to our action here at St. John's High School. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. We'll have an abbreviated, I believe, illegal substitution. Or too many guys on the field is what it was for the Yellow Jackets. They had 12. Didn't even play the play. Too many guys, so they got somebody, ran somebody off. 5 yards on the penalty, and it's 1st and 5. Ball at the 40-yard line for the Redskins. 11 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Wiltbank has to break the pocket, and he's chased down by Franco Harris. Well, good job by Wiltbank, and with the speed that he's got, he was almost able to turn that into a monster play. It ends up going for 4 yards. You'll see contact, and was able to grab the foot and bring him down. And it's second down and a yard to go. Ball at the 44-yard line for the Redskins. There's another look at Franco Harris. 10.5 minutes left in the fourth period here at St. John's High School. Proceed by a couple of those defenders on the pitch man. Cy Lindsay carrying the football. Franco Harris was near the play. The guy that led the contact was Noah Chi. Well, you know, I can't say that. Franco led the contact, but Noah finished it off. Good tag team defense. Chi, by the way, winning that cornerback position on defense. That's out there for Blue Ridge. Handoff on a 1st and 10 after the first down was picked up a moment ago. A lot of extra stake for sure. And now St. John's is acting like what? Me? Unsportsmanlike on St. John's, unsportsmanlike on Blue Ridge. They'll be offsetting, and we'll replay the thing. Or no, the play's going to stand. Yeah, 2-yard gain in that last play. Steps in and shares some advice with the young man. The young men in the trenches. Here's that second down play again, just shy of midfield for the Redskins. Throwing deep, and it's broken up. Winters, the intended receiver. David Simmons in coverage for the Yellow Jackets. And incomplete. Stops the clock, 9:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Third down, 8 yards.
Third down play straight ahead. Ball at the 48-yard line for St. John's, trailing by 20. Updated score from Payson. You kind of knew, didn't you, that it would be hard for Payson to hold on to that halftime lead they had, 19. They're playing in the fourth quarter right now, 29-19. Sholo in front of Payson. Sholo was driving but was intercepted in the end zone. 11:31 remaining was the last update we had, 11:31, so most of the fourth quarter remaining in the Sholo at Payson matchup, and the Cougars in front 29-19 at last report. Penalty marked off, third down. So the ball goes back to the 43-yard line, third down and about 13. Third and 13 for St. John's, under 9 minutes remaining. Wiltbank rolling out to the right, steps and throws back. And it is through the hands of Simmons, the defender, into the receiver's hands. Rabin downfield is able to make the catch for the Redskins. Asher Rabin. David Simmons is going to be very upset at this one. So you watch it again. Wiltbank rolling out. And he throws, and the ball was just enough underthrown with Simmons coming across through his hands. Catch made, and a first down pass play. And a first down. Ball at just outside the 20 for the Redskins. Desperately fighting, stay in the game. Here's one. Short of the first down, but move the ball again. Advance the ball up the field. 7 yards on the pass play. 3. A 27-7 lead. Throw over the middle behind his receiver. Well, it depends. Behind one receiver, out too far in front of the other receiver. Stop the clock with 7:39 in the fourth quarter. No, right on the 15-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
FM Sholo. And St. John's marching, hand it right side. The fullback has it, battling, trying to get the 3 yards necessary, and it's going to be close. Well, there's a stoppage on the field. Another injured player down. This one wearing the red of St. John's and able to bounce up. Let's see what he got out of that last play. They're going to hustle to the line and try to get something done quickly. No, it was a first down. It was a gain of 3 on the play. First down for St. John's. Franco Harris there on the play. And Noah Chi as well. Bracketing the quarterback, bringing him down, and no gain on the. 6:50 remaining, fourth quarter. The Redskins will work out of the shotgun. Wiltbank pumps, now throws to the end zone. 2 defenders surrounding Winters. And it's incomplete. The pass was a little bit overthrown, and it's incomplete. Third down and 10 coming up for St. John's. Well, it's been bend but don't break in the second half for the Yellow Jackets on defense. And then they did get that 50-yard fumble return touchdown by Jake Esparza. Now this third down play, big play. Wiltbank steps and fires, and it's off of Noah Chi's hands, the defender. Well, the Yellow Jackets have had the ball in hand, I don't know how many times on defense. At least twice. In this drive, 2 times. Have not been able to hold on. Here's Chi's effort. You see it there. That would have been a little tougher than the one previous. Hits the turf. Incomplete. Fourth down play coming up. Clarence Wiltbank will take it. Lindsey's not getting the ball, I can almost guarantee you that, because he didn't even know where to line up for the play. Illegal procedure on the offense.
Check on our quarterback. Pull us back 5 yards.
That one called on the quarterback. So march it back. 6 minutes, 30 down, 4th and 15. Can get a first down. Wiltbank, he's got pressure, sheds one tackler, throws to the end zone, and this time it's intercepted by David Simmons.
Pass intercepted.
Well, he dropped one earlier in the drive, but this time he made sure to clamp down on it as he undercut the receiver. He was in great position at coverage. Simmons makes the play on defense. You look at Wiltbank stepping up. Did a nice job to feel the pressure, do something with it, keep it alive, but he threw a ball that Simmons was able to step in front of and take away. So successive St. John's possessions that end. Now it's a matter of trying to take as much of the 6 minutes and 22 seconds that remain off the clock in this possession. But there's a penalty. There's a march back. From the 15-yard line, handed off. You can expect the ball gets the carry. That is a 2-yard gain for Barton. Yellow Jackets will take as much time as thrown, and interference will be called on the defender. That was a ball intended for Elam Antonelli. And because of the underthrow, the defender trying to straight into the receiver who was trying to put the brakes on and come back to it. Yeah, that's going to be called interference all day long. Trace Nielsen trying to stay with him. Nielsen, a freshman. And after the penalty is marked off, 10-yard penalty, 32-yard line. No, I'm not sure what happened there. Seth Slaughter got maybe a holding penalty forthcoming. Yeah, that's a hold on the offense. Half the distance.
Decline penalty. Will take over.
No, sorry, 10-yard penalty.
Second down and
Or was that marked off from spot of the foul? I'm going to try to throw that wide receiver screen. How about that play by Antonelli? Elam Antonelli with a great job to go up. Almost like getting it was a golden opportunity. Had the ball bounced up one more time for the Redskins to take it away. He's alive. He's live when that happens. Hey, we can take a timeout here with 5:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Moment to post a review to social media and let us know how we did for them.
Our product specialist made the hard parts of buying a car easy. He made sure he understood the things I wanted and that we walked out happy. He was kind and patient with my children, too.
Standing, everyone was friendly, helpful, and pleasant. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them to a friend or family member.
We know you can buy anywhere, and we want your experience to be worthy.com.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Here come the Yellow Jackets on 3rd down and 11. Their freshman quarterback to wait for it, comes back, catches it, takes it across midfield for a Yellow Jacket first down. Slaughter. And a first down for the Yellow Jackets at the St. John's 42-yard line. Well, didn't expect it. Maybe that's why that worked out so well. As we watch Simmons, the receiver on the right side, move early. That'll be illegal procedure. The receiver. Those are the ones that get you, right? The receiver moves. You can see the ball. You can look at the ball. That's always what we say, right? Simmons, by the way, has had a pretty good day. That interception a moment ago on defense, but he also has 77 yards receiving to lead the way for the Yellow Jackets and a touchdown reception. There is a 2-yard gain for the Yellow Jackets. 4 minutes now and 10 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 13 coming up. They got the man in the slot. Just an 8-yard hitch, and Seth Slaughter catches it. Not a first down, but he'll get a chunk of the yardage back that they needed. How about 8 yards? 8 yards to gain on the play, and there's Luke again with a nice delivery to Sergeant Slaughter. 3rd down and 5 coming up. The ball at the 37-yard line of St. John's. Big 3rd down play, low snap, throw quickly, but it's behind Simmons on the slant. Hey, Luke Berlin is showing some serious, I believe with that he is now 14 of 22, maybe, throwing the ball today, 14 of 21, 189. And he had a couple of long passes, one long pass for sure, about 30-yard pass dropped earlier in the day. For calling Jace. Sorry about that, Esparza family. My bad. 4th down play, 4th and 5 coming up for the Yellow Jackets in just a moment. Timeout on the field. And a word in from our good friends at Ace Hardware.
Always on standby when you need them. And the Ace Hardware stores in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard are fully stocked to get you through the depths of winter. Snow removal, ice melt, heaters, ladders, outdoor power equipment, and power tools from names you trust like DeWalt and Milwaukee. The helpful hardware people can be counted on for world-class customer service. So you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal at your White Mountain Ace Hardware locations. Find them in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
From the timeout, the Yellow Jackets will set up and go for it. The offense is out there. 4th down and 5 at the Redskins 37-yard line. And we've got 3:08 remaining in regulation. Luke Berlin takes the snap. He's looking left all the way for one and too short for the other. We'll see if we can figure out who the intended receiver was. Got some contact at the end of it. Incomplete, turn it over on downs. 3:03 remaining. Well, there is certainly time for the Redskins, but time becoming a precious commodity right now. St. John's take it over on their own 37-yard line, and they get a big turnover on downs. Wiltbank looking, delivering. Asher Rabin. Rabin with the catch. Tackled by Elam Antonelli, and a 6-yard gain on the play. Second down and 4. The Redskins are on 43-yard line. Clock moving. 2:34 remaining. Get you a score here from Payson again in a moment. Throw deep, downfield. Rabin was open, but the ball came out. It fluttered out a little bit, wet conditions and all. And it's incomplete. Well, Wiltbank had his guy. He had the guy he wanted. Rabin ran a great route, cut it off in front of the guy that was over the top. No middle help from the safety. But you'll see the ball did just came out wrong. If Rabin catches that in stride, I don't think anybody from the Yellow Jackets defense catches him. High snap. Rabin will scoop it up. No, rather Wiltbank. And Wiltbank gets tripped up in the backfield. Noah Chi coming downfield. Well, that wasn't Noah. Sorry about that. Gave Carlo Harris's credit to Noah Chi on this. You'll see number 12 coming up right there. Carlo. And he is able to get a 9-yard loss on the play. Here's a deep throw. Left side, contact, pass interference. Yeah, that's a good call by the official on that 4th down and 13. Samuel James defensively made contact on the receiver. You'll see it. I think you'll see it right here. There's your contact. And a little bit of a Oscar award-winning job by Jordan Winters as well on the end of it. He sold it nicely, but it was clearly a foul on James. That'll move the ball, and an automatic first down. Ball out to the 49-yard line. Redskins, Wiltbank looking left, right, now left again. Now he'll launch deep. He got something on this one. But this time Rabin, the receiver, was kind of slowing up. He slowed down on the play. Whereas, well, maybe he just didn't believe, and this time it came out clean, and Wiltbank showed he's got a great arm. He had the launch code on that one, but his receiver slowed down in progress, and it's incomplete. Second down play. That stops the clock. 1:28 remaining in regulation. Richardson with a convoy down the right side. He's got a big gain. Richardson gets it to the 25-yard line. Gain of 26 on the play. First down, Redskins. They're not done here. You get a touchdown, you get an onside kick. Score quickly on that. Hey, listen, you've given yourself the chance that you need. The big boys up front. Nice block. How about the pancake right there, huh? Give the man credit. Jay Wall blocking downfield. Great job, Jay. Great block. Here's the swing pass left side. Another screen pass opposite side. JT Richardson picking his way through. Fighting his way through. Will he get there? Touchdown, St. John's. The Redskins are not done yet. 25-yard touchdown on the screen pass. Hey, it worked on the other side. Why not throw it this way? Look at JT, another great block by Jay Wall right there. The rest of his guys, Rabin with a great block downfield, and then how about the efforts to get across and into the end zone by JT Richardson. We've got an interesting finish for you right here, 27-13. That onside kick that you're going to see in a moment could be the biggest play of the game. 2-point try, and that's going to work. Look at the Redskins taking it up the middle, getting the 2 points on the board, and getting this one down to 12 points. Take another look on the replay at JT Richardson, and a beautifully executed play. Word in from Cellular One as they join us another year here at Sports Zone Radio, bringing you the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Back after this word from Cell One.
If you signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Plan with another company, your ACP with Cellular One will be canceled automatically. The FCC allows only one ACP plan per household. This is a problem if the company you've signed with can't provide service in your area. No service means no internet, no hotspot. No one can match our coverage area. Cellular One's ACP comes with 60 gigabytes of LTE data. Don't get talked into getting less. Visit any Cellular One store today or at mycellular1.com. Local, here to help. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply, limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
So it's 27-15 after the St. John's Redskins stop the Yellow Jackets, take over the football on their own 37-yard line, and then, well, they wasted little time in driving 63 yards. I'll give you the time of possession on that one. Took them 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get it there. And now it's onside kick time for the Redskins. They're down 12 points. They need to get it right here, and if they do, they're stacking it up near the sideline on the right side, and that's, well, line drive, picked out of the air. Great job. Who had the hands on that? Is that David Simmons playing up front on the good hands team? Well, it's a great job. He dropped a couple today, but that time, a beautiful, beautiful job just spearing it on the line drive and protecting it for his team. And the Yellow Jackets will have the football with 42 seconds remaining. How many timeouts remain for the Redskins? At least one, I think, and maybe two. Blue Ridge has it. They'll go into victory formation at the 40-yard line, their own 40. The Redskins made it exciting here in the final moments. JT Richardson, the son of the coach, I believe the son of the coach. Terrific job on those 2 screen passes. Second one resulted in a touchdown. Those 2 screen passes covered 51 yards. And the kneel down. And a timeout by the Redskins. I believe that is their final timeout, but even if they have the one more remaining, as you look again at JT Richardson. And that beautiful play. Look at Jay Wall. He is a wall, isn't he? And then JT just wouldn't be denied. What a great effort. He takes it across for the score. 36 seconds remain in this one, everybody. Great hands there by David Simmons. I'll remind you again, our next broadcast will be next Thursday. Thursday night, Snowflake at Northwest Christian will have that game for you. 7 p.m. Thursday night. And then on Friday, next Friday, Round Valley versus St. John's at the Dome. Make sure you plan to be with us, would you? Once again, Luke Berlin, the freshman quarterback, has had a great game in his second varsity start. Great game today. He will kneel it down and a marker down. They're pointing at St. John's. Well, it's just not the time. Unsportsmanlike conduct call on the Redskins. Not the time. You know, the game is There's nothing you can do. You're not going to win this game. You know, you want to sustain your dignity. 32 seconds remain. Once they mark it off, then they are going to start the clock. After they spot the football down, and there goes the clock. Yellow Jackets will snap. Get busy figuring out who the Sports Zone Radio player of the game is. Presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They're going to let clock run down as a runoff. I don't know how much the runoff is. It might be 30 seconds on that defensive penalty. Well, they're going to run on the road at St. John's with the victory. Teams will shake hands. Some of them, most of them. Most of them looked cast, everybody. It's been fun having you. We'll have a post-game wrap-up coming up. A shortened version of the Ace Hardware scoreboard show is coming up as well from Redskins Stadium. Get your scores. Find out what Cholo and Payson are doing. Not many teams from the region, from our area, playing tonight. No Alchese game, no Muggion game because they're playing tomorrow. Holbrook not playing. They played yesterday, and they got a big win over Ganado. Let's see. Snowflake not playing. Round Valley didn't play tonight. Winslow was at Chinley. We'll give you some scores coming up in just a bit, everybody. And we'll wrap it up in a moment from St. John's High School. Stand by, football fans.
Hatch Toyota in Show Low has more new Toyotas than any dealer in northern Arizona or western New Mexico. By being a volume leader, Hatch Toyota receives extra new vehicle allocations every month. We sell more, so we get more. Come in and test drive a new Toyota today. Buy from our in-stock inventory or reserve your inbound Hatch Toyota for only a $100 refundable deposit. Over 200 models on hand or on the way. And every new Hatch Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan and 24-hour roadside assistance. There's $10 million of inventory in stock and on the way. And we all know they'll be sold as fast as they roll off the truck. So come in today. We're paying the highest trade values in our history for your old ride. Don't delay. Get the best choice on your new Toyota.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Whenever the time comes that your family has a medical need, Summit Healthcare is here with trusted care close to home, specializing in cardiology, ear, nose, and throat, orthopedics, pediatrics, primary care, pulmonary, urology, wound care, and more. Summit Healthcare continues to add doctors and specialties so that finding the right specialists is more convenient than ever. Summit Healthcare, here for the care you need.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Show Low. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60GB LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple lens rear camera or shoot video in HD, Bluetooth, GPS, and side fingerprint sensor for fast access and 32GB of internal storage. Get out and explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Find that right headset back in, everybody. Our post-game wrap-up underway here at St. John's High School. Welcome back. Floyd Simmons here on the call. A big thank you to our team, including Derek Simmons, Fernando Quintana, Sean Ulvestad, and Sonia Simmons, helping to execute and get the broadcast done today here at St. John's. Welcome back. Well, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets get a 27-15 win here today on the road on a bit of a soggy field. And we have arrived at a decision on our Sports Zone Radio players of the game. Those two individuals, David Simmons and Seth Slaughter. Those two guys. Simmons led the team in receiving with 4 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Slaughter also contributed 5 catches, 61 yards. Seth running the football today, 6 carries for 40 yards, 6 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown. He also contributed defensively as well. Franco Harris was in the running. He had a pretty good game, 7 rushes for 46 yards today, and he also played solid on defense. Good game by Franco Harris out there defensively. Another strong candidate was the freshman quarterback. He had to be considered. How about Luke Berlin? He was 14 of 22 for 189 yards and 1 touchdown. Pretty great job, really, by Berlin, who helped lead the way. Total yardage for the Yellow Jackets, 271 yards in the game, 15 first downs converted. Time of possession, 18 minutes and 43 seconds. 82 yards rushing as a team. They threw the ball for 189. Were never sacked today. 10 penalties for 65 yards. That's a sore point. They fumbled it once, lost that fumble. That was their only turnover of the game. Mentioned some of those stats already. Other guys that figured in, Jake Esparza, 4 catches for 46 yards today. Elam Antonelli caught 1 ball for 5 yards. Running the football, the leading ball carrier was Franco Harris, 7 rushes for 46 yards. Slaughter carried the ball 6 times for 40 yards. Jace Barton, 6 rushes for 25 yards in the game. Luke Berlin's rushing numbers, you're going to have to do something about it. 3 rushes, minus 29. But that was thanks to the bad snaps that he had to cover up. How about the Redskins? How about St. John's on a day that saw them battling back toward the end of the game, but they just didn't have it in the tank. They had 289 yards of total offense. They actually led Blue Ridge in that category, had 18 more yards of offense on the day. Time of possession, held the ball for 29 minutes and 17 seconds. 11 first downs today for the Redskins. They ran the ball, rushed the ball for 136, threw the ball for 153. here today. 9 penalties for 80 yards on the team. They fumbled twice, lost one of those, threw an interception, 2 total turnovers in the game today. Well, the quarterback, Clarence Wiltbank, was 11 of 21 for 153, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His 11 passes were caught. Well, J.T. Richardson caught 6 passes for 97 yards and a touchdown. Asher Rabin, 3 catches for 51 yards here today. Jordan Winters, 1 catch for 7 yards. Running the football, the leading ball carrier, quarterback Clarence Wiltbank led the way there. 18 carries for 55 yards. J.T. Richardson, 6 rushes for 41 yards today. And Mark Cox carried it twice for 19 yards, including a 14-yard touchdown run for his team. For the Redskins today, the punter, Jordan Winters, converted on a fake punt. Ran it 21 yards on his only carry from scrimmage today. That's what the numbers look like. In a few moments, we are going to talk to our Sports Zone Radio players of the game in this one. A big win for the Yellow Jackets, 27-15. Our final score here today at St. John's. Stand by for more of our coverage in just a moment. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Back after this.
Hey, Tom, where have you and Sammy been?
Sorry, Alex. This car I'm driving is a piece of junk. I couldn't get it started again.
Hey, I was there once too. I went to Hatch Toyota in Show Low.
I can't finance. My credit score is looking like my bowling score.
Well, after my divorce, mine looked like my bowling score too. They put me in that sweet Camry over there.
If you think your credit will keep you out of a newer ride, put us on the job. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low has finance partners that work with credit problems. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. You don't want to be driving that old gas guzzler. We can offer you guaranteed credit. As long as you have a current driver license, insurance, and a down payment, we can get you approved. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title license, and $4.99 doc fee. See dealer for details.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Show Low. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back. Woohoo!
Hi, everybody. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we are proud to offer award-winning sports coverage. We spend countless hours and miles on the road for our digital radio broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call is 928-358-7905. That's 928-358-7905.
Hey, welcome back in, everybody, to St. John's High School for our wrap-up on tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota, and tonight the Blue Ridge on the road has picked up a 27-15 victory over the St. John's Redskins. The Redskins battled in the final moments, but in the end it wasn't enough as the Yellow Jackets hold on for the victory tonight, a non-region win. St. John's playing two-way football. The Yellow Jackets playing in the 3A Northeast, the brand new 3A Northeast region today. As you look at some of those highlights from today's game, there's a great run by one of the Sports on Radio co-players of the game. That's Seth Slaughter. There he is again, getting schmacked after a catch. Slaughter with a good game today for the Yellow Jackets. He joins David Simmons as the Sports on Radio's Players of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center all season long. Big thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Let me run you through the scoring recap real quick, everybody. Get you caught up on how this thing happened. The Yellow Jackets scored their first points of the game after a great punt return by David Simmons, who had some good all-purpose yardage for the team today. A great punt return that set the team up at the 9-yard line. 2 plays into that, the Yellow Jackets were in the end zone. Luke Berlin threw a touchdown pass to David Simmons, a 16-yard touchdown pass, followed by an unsuccessful point after try, and Blue Ridge led at 6-0. That was with 5:50 on the clock in the first quarter. Moving on to the second quarter, the Yellow Jackets were able to get a touchdown run out of Seth Slaughter, a 3-yard run that came at 9:49 on the clock in the second quarter. The kick was good this time. Blue Ridge jumped out to a 13-0 lead. And then St. John's got on the board on the ensuing possession, and they went on a nice drive, it was a 10-play drive for the Redskins. Let me correct that if it can be. It was a 13-play scoring drive, pardon me on that, and took 7 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock. Their only first half scoring that they were able to complete. A 14-yard touchdown run by Mark Cox at the end of it, and the kick was good for St. John's, and they had cut the lead to 13-7. On to the second half, and Jay Spartan got into the scoring act for the Yellow Jackets at 5:36 on the clock, third quarter. Barton scored on a 12-yard touchdown run between the guards. Great trap executed by the Yellow Jackets, and Barton took it in from 12 yards out. The kick was good, and the Yellow Jackets led 20-7. Blue Ridge would score again moments later on the very first play of the fourth quarter, and that came on a fumble. Ball was batted in the air on an option play, and it was brought down at the 50-yard line by Jake Esparza. And Jake took it 50 yards on the scoop and score. It was scooped out of the air this time, and he scored on that defensive play for the Yellow Jackets. The kick was good to make it 27-7. The Yellow Jackets in front, and then St. John's would score one more time. This came with 43 seconds remaining in the football game. The Redskins scored on a J.T. Richardson 25-yard touchdown reception, running a screen pass. Got some great blocking up front from his big guys. 2-point conversion was good, and that made it 27-15, but that was it. That was all the scoring in the game. The Yellow Jackets hold on to get the victory today here at St. John's. Back into it, everybody. Floyd Simmons right here. I guess I'm going to introduce myself again here in a moment. Are we rolling, fellas? Going to roll some video and do our wrap-up with our Sports Zone Radio Players of the Game. Well, hello, Sports Zone Nation. Welcome back into our wrap-up on tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. It's presented by Hatch Toyota as part of the Friday Night Football Show, and we got the season underway. We welcome you into St. John's. And the final score on this one tonight, 27-15, the victory for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They take down the St. John's Redskins. Great game. Tons of fun as always. And we want to welcome you and everybody as we wrap things up. Floyd Simmons here for Sports Zone Radio. And I get to do something that warms my heart. I get to speak to the Sports Zone Radio players of the game. The player of the game is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We thank them for their partnership here at Sports Zone Radio. And for me, I get to talk to this young guy right here. And it's not a lecture, and I'm not chewing him out for any particular reason or thing here in the moment like he's normally used to, because he lives at my house and he shares my last name. His name is David Simmons, and I want to welcome him in. David, congratulations today on a big win for you and you and your teammates. You're supposed to know how to do this microphone, man. Congratulations on the big win for you and the Yellow Jackets today.
Thank you.
Okay, so, your job is to talk as much as you can right here. So we're going to see what we can get out of you, David. Congratulations on the win. Great job today. 77 yards receiving for you on 4 big catches, a touchdown reception as well. You got into the act on defense with an interception in the end zone to stave off a St. John scoring effort, and some great return yardage as well, David. It looked like you and the guys were having a lot of fun. Walk us through it. Talk about the game today.
Well, we watched a lot of film, and then we just came down to playing hard, honestly.
Yeah. And the team, it just seemed like ready to go from the very beginning. What was the motivation factor like for you today and for the team? Did you feel like the guys, just getting off the bus were ready to take on the St. John's Redskins?
Yeah, we were hurt by the last week's loss, so we just had to come out and get a dub.
So there was a couple of things about the game itself, the way it unfolded. I thought it was a bend but don't break kind of defensive performance by your team, especially in the second half. St. John's moving the ball, and yet the team, you didn't let them cash in too much today. Obviously you didn't, because you were able to preserve the victory. So tell me about what you thought what was it about the defense today that led to the victory?
Hitting hard. Flying downfield and hitting hard, really. Just making sure that quarterback didn't keep getting those big runs.
So a physical effort today by the Yellow Jacket. Okay, you had to make some adjustments, right? The option started to come into play as a factor for St. John's. They ran it to perfection on their first half scoring drive, long scoring drive that was keyed by the option. What kind of trouble were you and the team having in that first half? And what did the coaches do? What kind of communication happened at halftime? Because though you didn't stop it completely, the defense played better against the option in the second half.
We came up with a completely new defense during halftime, and we just rolled down 2 extra safeties, so we had 8 guys in the box. And just making sure we had guys on pitch, man, and quarterback. And I was more run support also.
Well, it worked out for you, that's for sure. And conditions. I want to ask you about the conditions. Had a couple of balls go through your hands. Okay, there was a pass downfield, incomplete. It didn't make the catch. Although there's a good look on the video of a nice catch you did make. Congratulations on that. And then defensively, you undercut a receiver across the middle. Ball in your hands, kind of went through your hands into his hand, the receiver's hands, for a catch. So I'm going to assume that it was a little wet out there, and were the conditions a part of it? I'm trying to help you out here.
Yeah, kind of. I was just on a dead sprint. It was 30-yard sprint, and my shoulder's kind of messed up right now, so when I went for the ball, my shoulder wouldn't really go up much higher.
Okay, I'm going to give you that because you have been nursing a shoulder for a couple of days. That's for sure. Well, David, great job, you and the team. I want to congratulate you and enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the weekend. You guys worked hard, deserve the victory.
Thank you. Yeah,
you got it. David sometimes talks more at home than he did just now here, but glad to be a part of his first ever Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, and glad to be here to talk him through it. We're going to speak to his co-player of the game as well here, a guy who stepped up and delivered the goods today. Caught 5 passes today for, I believe it was 60 yards, about 40 yards rushing as well today, including a touchdown on his day, and some solid defense as well for Seth Slaughter, the senior who joins us now, one of the Sports Zone Radio Players of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Congratulations on the win, Seth. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks. It feels good to get the first victory of the year. For sure. Yeah, it just feels really good. I'm proud of the team.
And you ought to be proud of him, that's for sure. And the bounce back, coming off last week, because, as David said, not happy about that. It had to be a true disappointment to lose the way you did lose the game at home to Payson last week.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just little errors that we fixed up before this week. A lot of film, a lot of just focusing more at practice, no more goofing around. We have a super young team, and it takes a lot of leadership to get them going, but I think once we get going, I think we're going to come together and be pretty good.
You had a lot of guys that contributed today. It was actually very tough for us to select the player of the game. We could have given it to Franco Harris.
Yeah.
He ran the ball well. He led the team in rushing with 46 yards, but, that's not a monumental number. But his defense, he was ranging. He was all over the field. So I'm going to ask you about Franco, and I want you to also give us a thought on your quarterback, Luke Berlin, because Luke had a great game. He really did. As a freshman, to do what he did, come away with some of the things he did. How about Luke's numbers? 14 out of 22 for 189 yards and a touchdown. Did not throw an interception today. The freshman played. There are some real moments where you could see that this guy's going to be great.
Yes.
And to do what he did as a freshman was pretty special. But how about Franco and how about Luke today?
I think Franco did great. He stepped it up. He's the leader of the defense for sure, I think, this year. He knows where to be, like, every play, and he's there. And I think he could put a little more effort in, but he had a great game tonight, and he didn't give up at all. He pushed through the whole game. He had a couple little injuries, but, it's whatever. He's got to be a senior and step it up. But Luke, for sure, he had a great game. He's a little nervous, It's obviously he's a freshman, but he's stepping it up. He's going to be good. He just needs to trust himself, I think. I think he worries too much about that he's going to do the wrong thing, but I think if he learns to trust himself, that he's going to be great. He did some great things tonight. All the balls passed to me were good balls, good reads, and he's going to be really good. He stepped it up, and he's done good the last game too, just one interception. But like I said, the whole team's young. I think once we all come together, we're going to be good.
Well, I'll tell you, Seth, he might have taken this Player of the Game award away from you and away from David had he – on that second bad snap that he fell on, where he had about 5 yards of cushion and he could have picked it up and done something with it. Had he made a play out of that, he probably would have taken that award away from you guys.
Yeah, he deserves it. He really did. He did a great game. Yeah.
Yeah, he played well. Well, listen, enjoy the victory. Congratulations to you and the team, and you along with David, the Sports on Radio Players of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Good job. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
You got it. All right, there's Sergeant Slaughter. I forgot to make the reference there. Sergeant Slaughter, Seth Slaughter. One of our players of the game today, and a big victory for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They come up with a 27-15 victory over the St. John's Redskins. And standing by to join us in a moment is the victorious head coach. His name is Jeremy Hathcock. We're going to speak to him here in just a moment. You got me, Coach?
Yep, got you.
Right, very good. Let's get that just a little tighter there. All right, hey, welcome back in, everybody. St. John's High School, the site of our Sports on Radio Player of the Game tonight. It's presented by Hatch Toyota, part of the Friday Night Football Show. And we invite you to look at our other video where we speak with our Sports Zone Radio Players of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Let's talk to the coach. Coach Hathcock, congratulations on a win. 27-15, the Yellow Jackets take down St. John's. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Floyd. It's better right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's working.
Thank you. Hey, it's I'm really proud. There's a lot of talking points about this one, and one of the awesome things is we asked our seniors to give these young freshmen an opportunity, to experience this W, before we have our bye week, and so we can get that Monday off and get our kids rested. So I'm really proud. Obviously, I'm sure you have some questions, but anytime you play with 4 freshmen, 3 or 4 sophomores. You're not sure what you're going to get, but I think our defense, and I got to give Alec Hathcock a ton of credit. The adjustments that they made, Monty Maxwell, all those guys just did a great job as a staff as well. And our kids just believed. Of course, our tackling wasn't great at times, but when you're on that field, we haven't had a dry field in 2 weeks. I don't know if anybody has. So we can't wait to play on a dry field. Jeez.
Well, you talked about the youth, and that was kind of really a jumping off point here is how these young guys responded and played certainly a spirited game out there tonight. And this is following St. John's beating Blue Ridge, I think, at the junior high level, and then also beating them beating Blue Ridge last night, and then for the varsity to bounce back, it had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it did feel good. Our junior high fought hard, and last night, our JV, there were 4 defensive touchdowns and no offensive touchdowns. So go figure. But, as an offensive coordinator, I'm a little hurt about that. But honestly, I got to give St. John's a lot of credit. They're really big. They got off the ball. They came downhill. They made a really good adjustment going to spread, running speed option and downhill. And then Coach Hathcock went to a 5-2 cover 2 and just sent our guys off the edge and changed our responsibilities up and did a good job and gave our offense a chance to win. And I can't say enough, but I'll tell you what, our quarterback, I know you're probably going to talk about him a little bit, but just a little things. He saw the field better tonight. Our playbook's probably only a third in, and I'm not just saying that, but we don't want to overwhelm him. But the thing that he did from 2 weeks ago to last week to this week, he saw the open grass, and he threw it to the open grass.
Well, we were going to get to him, and we can go ahead and dwell on that subject for a little bit longer. How about some numbers for your freshman quarterback? Just his second varsity start ever, 14 out of 22, 189 yards is what we have him at. A touchdown. He did not throw the ball to the guys in red today, and that's always a plus when you've got a young quarterback out there on the field and you ask him to throw it 22 times. Yeah. Listen, man, the guy played great for you, and you can see that Luke is going to be something special given enough time. Yeah,
and I got to give hats off to the line. I think he got touched 1 time, maybe 2. So, and which is unbelievable because we've always been a wing T team where we're down blocking, and to try to get our line to slide pro with who we have right now has been nothing short of amazing in the last few weeks. And if we keep that up, then all of a sudden we're going to be able to start hitting the middle of the field, start running our middle dig routes and our middle flood stuff. So. That's the only area of the field that I think we can exploit right now. And I got to give our hats off to our line. I think they did a good job at our run game. We're not overly fast at running back, but, we got some dudes that can break some tackles. So I'm proud of Seth Slaughter, Franco Harris. The list goes on and on. So
let's talk about Franco for a moment because he had a pretty solid game for you. Led the team in rushing. 46 yards isn't that's not going to win you a Heisman or anything like that, but certainly you're a team that is not going to predicate your offense on big rushing numbers. And so he contributed well on that side of the ball, but ranging on defense, he was all over the place.
Last week we have a point system that we use, and last week he was our number 1 point getter, probably our number 1 point getter this year. But, when you play an option team, you're responsibility-oriented, but we let Franco play both sides of the ball just because he's a special, instinctive player. And his little brother, Carlo, it's fun watching those two play together. He's a bull riding champion. You know that, right? He actually is a bull riding champion, probably one of the most amazing bull riders I've seen at his age. And so we got some tough Cowboys, just some tough kids. And I really give our kids a ton of credit just for how physical we really were, being that we're so young. So, and that goes back to tackling every day, watching film, knowing our fits. And offensively, I don't know if you saw our first game, but we definitely opened the playbook up a little bit more, some middle stick routes. So, we're going to get better. This bye week, I really think we can really get better.
Let me ask you about your Sports Zone Radio players of the game today, Coach. David Simmons, 77 yards, receiving yards, including a touchdown. Had some great return yardage for you as well. Almost took a punt back. And the guys – he hadn't done a lot of punt returning in his life, but looked pretty natural on a ball that got you to the 9-yard line and set up eventually a touchdown pass that he caught. David had a good game, had an interception in the end zone to help in the victory down the stretch, and Seth Slaughter as well. Seth, caught the ball. He ran the ball well, got the ball into the end zone for you on that side, and, of course, he plays defense for you as well. How about those two guys?
Man, David's special, and the punt return, that's in the genes, I think. It's like a gene pool thing in the Simmons family. But out of all seriousness, I know we're only 2 games into it, but he's probably one of the most electric players in our conference, and he's just so quick, elusive. He runs with inertia. You see people who trail behind him on some jailbreak stuff. I mean, he just throws them off of them. And once we solidify some of our blocking stuff out on the edge, that dude in space is just he's our guy. He's our fastest guy, our quickest guy, and we got to get him the ball. We were trying to hit him on fly this week. He had a little dinged shoulder, so we didn't want him to get driven to the ground. And I got to give our guys credit. And I'm sure you talk about Seth as well. Seth comes up to me, and he didn't have the performance that he wanted. He said, "Coach, trust me, give me a chance." And we gave him a chance, and he took over on defense and offense, and I'm proud of him. But, there's huge catches. Jake Esparza had a huge catch, and I'm just looking at the reads. I mean, look at the ball David catches over there. And that one before half, I don't even know how he came close to it, but he's so athletic. I just told Luke, hey, get it up to him. Throw it to one. I don't even care what the coverage is. He'll come down with it. So, yeah, when you have those guys, all of a sudden it clears out our box. And as you see right there, Jace running for a touchdown. He just hides behind those linemen. So, yeah, it was just a good team win. It was fun.
Coach, I want to congratulate you. Enjoy the time off. You needed that bounce-back win, and your guys certainly came out and delivered today. We didn't mention Jake Esparza, and that just for a moment, I want you to just talk about that, the scoop and score touchdown.
Man.
Normally you're scooping it off the ground. He scooped this one out of the air as it was batted around by St. John's as they were trying to run an option, and then Jake was able to take that back. Always great when your defense can give you a lift like that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, anytime you score on defense, it's just a dagger, and it deflates the other team. But just to have the wherewithal to do what he did was just absolutely just athletic. One of his goals, and we said goals before, and he kind of came up with a funny one, but one of it was, hey, I want to be the best Esparza. And to do that, I mean, there's big shoes. I mean, his brothers were really good football players, and he showed up tonight, man. He made that defensive touchdown. He made an unbelievable catch in the corner over there. And the stuff he's been shooting. He was sick and missed 2 days this week. I think our team has, been so sick. I think by week 3, I don't know if there's any sickness to go around by then. Our kids just keep missing, but they show up, they wrap up, they drink some Gatorade, and I don't know how he did what he did because he was hardly at practice, but he's just a gamer.
Well, if you're going to get sick, this is the time to get sick, and then get it out of the way, get it over with, and get healthy for the stretch run. Coach, congratulations. Good win for you and the guys. Enjoy your time off, and we'll see you down the road a little bit, okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Floyd.
All right, you got it. Jeremy Hathcock, head coach of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They get a 27-15 win tonight on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. All right, sports fans, we do appreciate you spending all your evening with us. We're going to wrap up our game broadcast, and then we are going to wrap up our game broadcast, and then on to the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. That is the show the coaches call, and it's going to be a brief one today. There's not a lot going on. A number of our teams in this area, in this region, have had the time off. We've got situations regarding the network and the facilities here at St. John's that are going to prevent us from going deep on into the night, and so I just want to invite you to hang with us. It'll be a brief and short Friday night football show conclusion on the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show in a bit. But again, our final in the Game of the Week broadcast, 27-15 Blue Ridge over the St. John's Redskins. Going to get a final for you on that Sholo game here coming up in a bit, and a couple of statewide big football matchups. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere. And a big thank you to our broadcast team, including our producer, Derek Simmons, technical director, Fernando Quintana. On camera tonight for us, Sean Ulvestad. Great job, Sean. And I want to thank our statistician, the very lovely Sonia Simmons. For the entire crew, Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for bearing with me tonight in the broadcast booth by myself. And reminding you that the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show is just moments away. Part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Stand by, folks.
Your best friend telling you about a great experience will carry more weight than any amount of advertising. So Hatch Toyota in Sholo appreciates when our customers take a moment to post a review to social media and let us know how we did for them.
Our product specialist made the hard parts of buying a car easy. He made sure he understood the things I wanted and that we walked out happy. He was kind and patient with my children, too.
Well, we purchased 2 vehicles. The experience was better than any I've ever had. Price negotiations were fair, service, communication, and follow-up were outstanding. Everyone was friendly, helpful, and pleasant. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them to a friend or family member.
We know you can buy anywhere, and we want your experience to be worthy of telling your friends and family. Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
It's time to head back to school, and the parents are cheering until they remember they have some school shopping to do. And with inflation, they'll have to take a second mortgage on the house just to buy new clothes for the kids. Don't miss out on back-to-school cash this month. When you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your windshield, you get entered to win $500 that will be given away every week in August. $2,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Use it for clothes, shoes, cleats, coats, or to pay for that into the summer vacation. Plus, with your insured windshield, you can also choose free movies and dinners, $100 in window tint, or full-service car washes at the new KK Express Wash and Detail on the Deuce in Sholo. Call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
If you signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Plan with another company, your ACP with Cellular One will be canceled automatically. The FCC allows only one ACP plan per household. This is a problem if the company you've signed with can't provide service in your area. No service means no internet, no hotspot. No one can match our coverage area. Cellular One's ACP comes with 60 gigabytes of LTE data. Don't get talked into getting less. Visit any Cellular One store today or at mycellular1.com. Local, here to help. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply, limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic offers exceptional care to not only our White Mountain athletes, but anyone in pain. Jeffrey Cornelson, DO, and Jacob Oldham, MD, specialize in joint, hip, and knee replacement with new and efficient procedures, including the use of ROSA, knee robotic technology. They also work to help you manage osteoarthritis, sports injuries, joint instability or dislocation, tendinitis, carpal tunnel, and ACL and rotator cuff tears. For the best in orthopedic care, look no further than Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic, now accepting new patients.
The team at Beam & Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Hatch Toyota Sholo,
Camry,
Tacoma,
Corolla,
Tundra,
RAV4,
Highlander.
Hatch Toyota has more new Toyota models in stock right now, ready for you to drive home today.
At the dealership?
Not online? Or I have to order in advance?
We have them at the dealership now, ready for you to test drive.
And Hatch Toyota has more coming in on the transporters from the factory.
More on hand.
And more on the way.
Than any other dealer in northern Arizona.
It's good to be the White Mountains volume dealer.
We sell more.
So we get more.
So we can put more happy customers in a new Toyota every day.
Like me?
Like you.
But what if I don't see something I like? Well, it could happen.
No worries. We have so many on the way. You can reserve one before it gets here, so you get first dibs.
Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio is proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
We ain't got to do nothing special now. We
just got to do our job.
Time to kick off the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show.
The show the coaches call.
You do your thing, all right? Don't be nervous, okay? It's easy. It's easy. Easy.
Listen live every Friday night following the Game of the Week broadcast on radio and online at SportsZone123.com.
I say that to say this. If you wouldn't have did what you would have did, then we wouldn't have been where we was at to get what we got.
That just don't make no sense, dog.
That is ridiculous.
Get the scores and highlights when you want them right now.
Stop talking about it, man. Let's get this going right now.
The Scoreboard Show is part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show.
Hey, we are playing to win. Let's go.
Now, your host of the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, Floyd Simmons.
It's about to get ugly.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back into St. John's and our broadcast coverage here at Sports Zone Radio of the Game of the Week. Brought to you by Hatch Toyota. This is the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. Thank you to Ace Hardware, locations in Sholo, in Pine Top, and in Heber Overguard. Whatever you need, they've got it for you. And they help us bring you a breakdown of the activity around the state and both 3A football and beyond, okay? And we're gonna keep this brief. There's not a lot that we're gonna do, not a lot we're gonna cover here in our post-game wrap-up. Maybe 2 segments. We do have to get out there. Our technical network and other issues to be concerned about here at the facility at St. John's. We want to thank St. John's, though. Thank Dave Bradshaw, the athletic director. Thank you to Mr. Patterson, the superintendent, who we met today. A big thank you to Mark from the IT department, who did a terrific job and put in a lot of hard work today, making things possible on our broadcast coverage at St. John's. So, again, a thank you goes out to the good people at St. John's for the hospitality. You can see on the video, those looking at video, you can see that the grass here is beautiful. These monsoon rains have been amazing for the grass, haven't they? But the track out there is a little soft and sloshy and slippery at times. But nonetheless, great night of football at St. John's and a victory for Blue Ridge, 27-15. The final score in this one tonight, and a win for the Yellow Jackets, bouncing back from last week's opening game loss to Payson. And how about that game in Payson? Speaking of that, Sholo on the road tonight at the Payson Longhorns. And how did it go? How did it turn out? Well, I don't have the final score in where I'm getting my scores fed to me at just a moment. So let me get the final. I do have the final now. 42-19, Sholo knocks out Payson. The Longhorns had a 19-15 halftime lead, and then the roof fell in. You knew that it was a bit of a pipe dream. Could they hold on, right? I mean, did any of us really believe that St. John's was going to hold on and get that win? I don't think so. But they did well. They played well, played a great first half, and then something happened at halftime, and the Sholo Cougars went to work, didn't they? Yeah, they scored 27 points in the second half, shut out the Longhorns in that second half, and now Sholo is 2-0. Last week's big win, and now this one here tonight. And they got that separation that you knew that they should get off, and then they're going to take on the Snowflake Lobos in 2 weeks. We'll have that game for you as part of our broadcast coverage of the Sholo Cougars all season long here at Sports Zone Radio. Can't wait for that. Other scores out there? Hey, how about this one? Thatcher beat Eastmark. You knew it was going to be a great game. Those are 2 great teams. 31-30. Thatcher with the victory. Thatcher is undefeated, 2-0. Valley Christian also undefeated. No, they're not. Sorry about that. No, Sholo beat them last week. Remember that? 26-0. Valley wins tonight. We're back in a moment with more of the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show.
Your hardworking friends at Ace Hardware are always on standby when you need them, and the Ace Hardware stores in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overguard are fully stocked to get you through the depths of winter. Snow removal, ice melt, heaters, ladders, outdoor power equipment, and power tools from names you trust like DeWalt and Milwaukee. The helpful hardware people can be counted on for world-class customer service. So you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal at your White Mountain Ace Hardware locations. Find them in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hey, Tom, where have you and Sammy been?
Sorry, Alex. This car I'm driving is a piece of junk. I couldn't get it started again.
Hey, I was there once too. I went to Hatch Toyota in Sholo.
I can't finance. My credit score is looking like my bowling score.
Well, after my divorce, mine looked like...
Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo has finance partners that work with credit problems. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. You don't want to be driving that old gas guzzler. We can offer you guaranteed credit. As long as you have a current driver license, insurance, and a down payment, we can get you approved. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Offers on approved credit.